it is. Now the buttons are working. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have...
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Arcane Archer Tabaxi dude.
I'm Megan, and I'm playing Sarai Landir, the Eladrin Knowledge Cleric. Ah!
And I'm Andrew. I'm playing Grizz, the Dwarven Beastmaster.
Watcher, I'm Tom. I'm sorry. And I'm playing Navi, the half-elf Rune Knight.
And I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sirach, the Arakakra Horizon Walker Ranger.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. This is Disasters in Danger. It is our D&D 5e high fantasy actual play game, which we are super excited to be back. It is the fall, so if you guys haven't been around Rep before, a lot of times people get busy in the fall, and so sometimes we have to miss a week. But never fear, we are always coming back for you, and with a vengeance. And so we're happy to be here tonight. Super excited. We do have a couple of quick announcements before we get into the rest of the evening. Who wants to volunteer for Norse Foundry? Anybody?
Norse Foundry?
Yes,
you mean the people that made this die here?
The one that
This
vanishes when you
metal
try
one?
to get the
Only
camera
if I
to
hold
see
it over here. It's a very specific spatial magic.
I
that
feel like we
wield.
need to put up a disclaimer. Norse Foundry dice do not actually vanish when held.
Exactly.
towards
yes.
cameras.
4 inches to your right. They don't vanish there. But yes, North Foundry, they make any and all dice that you could possibly want or need, and also all sorts of dice extras. They make gemstone dice, metal dice, big ol' honkin' dice. I have one of those. This one.
There it is.
Giant metal dice, dice boxes, dice bags, anything and everything that you could want for all of your dice goblin needs. And we were able to wrangle up a deal for you guys and get you a whopping 15% off of your entire order, which whenever you're talking about some really fancy dice from a specialty store such as Norse Foundry, that can be a pretty decent penny. And now that Christmas is coming up, whenever you're getting your fellow dice goblins some Christmas presents, you can use the code REPRPG, again that's REPRPG, to get you 15% off of your entire order. So go over there, send them some love, save yourself some money, and also support the channel while you do it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Matthew. Really appreciate it. Also, we do want to say that our podcast is up and running. We want to give a big thank you and a shout out to our good buddy Tristan, who has organized not just Campaign 2, but if you want to go back and experience the chaotic magic of Campaign 1, you can. It's there.
You cowards.
I'm currently making my way through it, and oh boy, howdy!
It's a lot.
Making a way.
It is a lot. In the latter half, it gets a little more focused. A little.
Hey, listen, I just feel listening to it. I just feel at home.
That's good.
It's fine.
Yeah, that is good. There are a ton of really weird things. If you ever want to see a GM make a ton of mistakes early on in a campaign, that's it. That's me right there. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be great.
I think I love that. I love the entire thing. I really have started listening to the older ones because I think it really picked up about I'd say towards the end when a specific character got in there. It really just kind of made it for me. But I know that everyone had their
Maddie was really awesome.
Yeah, it really just took the cake for me. Really.
Yeah.
What do you know? What episode those characters pop in?
Oh, I do not yet. I have not got there.
Yeah. So you will notice there is a point where sort of the cast kind of shifts, and that's when I start making them do like arcs. So when I'm like, all right, we're gonna go to a city, we're gonna do a thing. Like,
We're gonna stay there. We're
Yeah.
gonna stay there, and we're gonna do some stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna
Instead
stay
of
there. We're gonna do
Marijuana.
things for a
there
while.
for 3.5 hours and then leaving.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but that once we find that number, it'll be there for you. And these go up as podcasts as well. So definitely check those out. Enjoy those. Also, we do have some other shows coming up tomorrow night. We return to the domain of the nameless god. Matthew running his first campaign for us. I am in there. It is for October. It is for the scares. We're about to reach the gate
The scares,
and
the spooks.
tread through the unhallowed grounds that has there with it. I don't know if we're doing vampire this week. But
We are playing Bloodlines
nice,
instead.
great. Yeah.
So come join us as I remember the controls and definitely remember the plot that we were trying to follow.
Yeah.
And as we explore that good old classic game.
Yeah.
And we play. Oh God, what's our girl's name? She's a Toreador, and she flirts
She
with
is.
anything that moves.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
kind of what we've learned about
Sphinx?
her so far.
Sphinx?
It's like
Siren.
Rosie?
Siren.
Siren? No.
No, that's Caitlin.
That's the actual,
yeah,
Toreador that we have.
yeah,
It's Sam.
all right.
It's Sam. Come join us on Thursday.
It'll be fun. We'll find out together.
With us.
I do want to let you know also with so Friday night we are going to continue the adventure of Die. Whole bunch of these folks are there. It is a very good time. Limited run. That'll be issue 2 for Die, and super excited about that. And then Saturday night we're going to do a PvP talkback. I believe we've settled in with 4 teams for season 2. So super excited about that, and we're going to get that not underway, but a final prep day for that. One project I do know we're going to start on is a digital playthrough, because on the 20th, Gloomhaven drops. The video game gets the full video game, like it's a digital port, digital cards, but it's the officially licensed Gloomhaven, and it gets the campaign. And we had been playing through the Gloomhaven campaign before the pandemic, so we're going to restart that adventure with whoever wants to join
Hell
in.
yeah.
So yeah, super excited about that. Tom, you want to tell us about what you guys do over at Wicked Game RPG?
You know what? Yes, we do stuff at Wicked Game. I've spoken to you about all of that stuff before. I'm going to talk about something different today because I am an agent of chaos and no one can hold me back.
Wouldn't try.
Apart from you, Cody, I apologize.
Never
I'm gonna
apologize. Don't give him that power.
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a podcast that a certain person in the chat is the writer and creator of. It's a podcast called Starfall. Starfall is an incredible podcast about a troupe of traveling actors, traveling bards in a fictional fantasy world. It's all about Leona, a mysterious person with a massive sword, and her sort of misadventures with this acting troupe. It is fantastic. Go check it out on all of your devices at home. Every single one of them. Just check the podcast out. It's called Starfall, and I think that's it. I feature in it. I'm in it. So, that's unrelated. And we do stuff over on Wiki Game RPG as well on Twitch. So go check us out there.
There you go. I mean, you said all my keywords, so I'm in. Let's do it. Andrew, talk to us about Easy to Spell.
Well, I feel like I should be doing more following after Tom and all you lovely folks. Easy to spell with 2 L's because it's easy to spell. We did it wrong anyway. We play D&D. It's a game on the Dungeon Master. That's Sunday nights. You can catch us on Twitch, catch up on YouTube. We post all of our recordings. It's a lot of fun. That's our party last night. Actually had a very close encounter with a shadow dragon, something I was really excited to throw at them, that they just they refused to fight it the whole time. So it was a very tense wilderness chase scene that we got to pursue. It's a lot of stuff of me trying to kill the party and them just escaping. They've run away from so many fights we put in place, but it's fantastic. We have a great cast. That's Sundays at 6 p.m. Central. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I hope people come hang out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've had that moment before. Fight me, you cowards! No, nope, not doing it. Going away now.
I think I did something I think you would be proud of. That's the dragon finally caught up to them at their camp.
Yeah.
And instead of attacking them, just sat there and watched them. And so they ran, and the dragon just kind of followed behind, and I just started stacking exhaustion on them because they were just trying to get away. And I'm like, dragon knows where you're at. Like,
I love
a dragon just Mike Myers them through the woods.
I'm like, dragons are kind of like cats. Cats play with their food. Let's play with the food for a little bit.
Absolutely. You're just gonna die tired.
Yeah.
Hey, I already lived that way, so I might as well die that way as well.
I mean, really, what's the difference? That is my favorite fantasy in all of D&D. Is that I can be
the sweet release of death?
Well, let's not get into that. I was going to say that with merely 8 hours, I can be completely rejuvenated and ready for the day, right? And it's 8 hours like in the woods. 8 hours with a tree stump for a pillow, right? And I go 8 hours and wake up. I'm like, this isn't worth it. I clearly have 3 levels of exhaustion. I'm just
take another 8.
Yeah.
Call it good.
Yeah.
You have a much more wholesome power fantasy than I think most of us. I literally in our die game sadded an orc to death.
You did.
Yes.
So that's your power fantasy.
You had that orc unalive himself.
We are gonna circle back to that, my friend.
Eventually, but
Okay,
I'm just why I'm saying like getting a whole night's sleep is just such a wholesome power fantasy by comparison.
Eric, do you have anything for the pitches?
As always, if you're looking for something a little bit different, you can always look for my lovely fiance, soon-to-be wife, who does an amazing stream under the name Notorious Potato.
Yeah.
And she does, not only does she do music streams where she plays ukulele with a kazoo attached, she also does amazing video games, and she also Eric, spell her name right for me. Yeah, I got it. She does video games, and then of course one of the most impressive things she does is she does PowerPoint tutorials where she literally just makes music assets on PowerPoint and lets people watch while she does it. Shout out space Notorious Potato.
All right.
Potato.
Well,
One of the
guys,
best monikers.
I think we have we've put it off long enough. Let's get into tonight's adventure. We are going to D and or D these Ds. So, our adventure takes place in the lands of Lickdrocht. They are lands of myth and legend. More and more, they are lands filled with fate. Our heroes are the archivists. They have traveled across the breadth of a continent here into the wild and untamed west. They have discovered the tip of the political turmoil iceberg that is drifting about the... I lost this metaphor, but we're just going to keep going. The issues within Draconopolis, the cultist issues with their own dragon cultists that have their own problems sort of happening, and are very much attempting to prevent those issues from spilling over, as the dwarves and the small folk are being, from what they can hear, scapegoated toward many of the dragon's problems. They have discovered a magical artifact from one of the earliest dragons within the lands of Lickdrocht, the Staff of Gyron, I believe. And they have learned the manner in which a piece of the staff can be used to prevent the entry of a true draconic form within about 20-mile diameter or so. So, they have recently returned to their current primary patron at the moment, the Black King, ruler of the dwarves in the west, dwarves and giants, who generations ago he had led a mass exodus from the east. And deep within his treasure hold, which is where the dwarves hid the bulk of not only their wealth, but their magical knowledge and heritage, locked it away in a pocket dimension with him, who our heroes had recently released and brought back. They did find a piece of the Staff of Gyron. It can potentially lead them to other pieces, or it can be utilized to secure one of essentially like 4 or 5 domains of the Black King. So we are going to pick up with our heroes here within the Dwarven city of the House of Shields. You guys, it is, let's say, the 10th. Nah, let's call it, that's actually shorter than that. The 6th of Apex. Okay. So it's about 5 days after the heist. You guys had taken a couple of days in the city to wrap up some last-minute issues. For those of you that were not playing 2 weeks ago, is there anything super specific that absolutely had to be done in the city of Caerdion before leaving? Doesn't seem like it.
I would like to say, just because I'm cute.
Yeah.
The 1st of Apex is hers and Thosin's 1-year anniversary.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in heat. She had to. So,
So cute, so gross.
Okay. Thank you for that.
you're welcome.
So, you guys are back within the House of Shields. It is comparatively busy, bustling. The giants that you are seeing around are not exclusively the fire giants that had been pretty much the only giants that lived here previously. Fire giants being the refugees from the Forge of the Fist, further to the south. There are also, you're seeing delegations of stone and hill giants sort of being toured around, and you get the feeling that it is definitely an effort to unify and gain additional allies by the Black King himself, but also by his seneschals and dignitaries and things like that. You're also seeing new clan banners from dwarves that are being raised along the walls of the Great Hall. They are mostly, well, actually, do any of you speak Dwarven? Great. Yes, Andrew. You would know this. Great. Anybody that speaks Dwarven can roll a history check. Andrew, I'm going to give it to you, the base knowledge flat, but if you want to roll and you get super high, I can give you some bonus little tips and tricks.
Good with the base knowledge.
Okay.
15.
Nice.
12.
So, 12. Okay. Yeah, so these are primarily hill dwarves. Surface dwarves, essentially. Dwarves that don't live within the mountains, right? They live on top of them. They live in the foothills. Even a dwarf that lives at the peak of a mountain, if you live on the surface, you are a hill dwarf for lack of a better term. So these are primarily hill dwarf surface clans. They are far smaller clans traditionally, just sort of across the world, not specifically in Lichtrocht, but they are a little more mobile, a little more nature focused, a little less like empire builders, right? A little more explorers, those sorts of dwarves. But there is one banner that does stand out as a very different one. It is sort of the flat art style of a dwarven face, but rather than the traditional sort of nose bridge dwarven helmet that maybe has the eyepiece a lot of people you would recognize as. It has a crown of like lightning bolts that don't exactly attach to the head, but the lightning bolts have these little like thorns on them. And I would say, for sure, Andrew, that is not a Hill Dwarf banner. You're tempted to believe it is a Duergar banner.
It's odd.
So
What? I feel like a dick for this. What kind of dwarf is Grizz?
You can't tell just by looking at it. Are you saying old dwarves look the same to you?
No, Megan's asking because this is.
Oh, okay.
Does this sound like bad Irish to you? Come on now.
I'm a mountain dwarf.
Okay. Okay.
I'm way too white to be comfortable in this joke.
Okay.
So yeah, just to be clear, as far as like the stats go, not all dwarves that live within the House of Shields were mountain dwarves. There were hill dwarves there too. That's a
Right.
lineage sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But politically, this is the kind of scope.
Have we met Duragar?
Ooh, I don't know that the archivists have met Duergar. You would have
Not as a group.
Not as a
Okay.
group, no. You would have a, longtime archivist, so Clever Stitch, Saride, and Sirach. Do me a favor, make me history checks.
10 for history.
Roll, and then I'll
checks.
say this isn't like particularly surprising. Like the Black King mentioned in our last session that he was calling together the deep dwarves and those forces as well. So he
Yeah.
told us this was happening.
26.
Nice.
21.
Nice. Absolutely. The...
Oh, 21.
Okay. Awesome. All three of you, as you guys are walking in the streets, you've been here a day or two. You're getting your business together. You're about to go meet with the Black King, right? You guys pass a Duergar, a sort of small entourage of them, and they are related to some of the genetically modified dwarves that you guys ran into in the place under 4 Point Farms. Those like psychic diggers and walkers.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's a chicken and egg. You don't know which one came first, or you don't know if some dwarves wandered in and they're like, cool, we're gonna make you expansionist diggers for us, or if the Duergar race is born out of these created servants from the keepers of the Quillen Wren.
Sure.
Interesting. All right.
Institutes.
Cool.
So-
Touch tight.
So you guys have seen something Duergar adjacent.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
mhm. All right.
That was what the memory was triggering. Yeah, when we passed by them, Sir, I just kind of like knock into Sylvester and Tweety and. Hmm?
Yeah, Clever Stitch just kind of like almost double takes and then just keeps on going. But yeah.
Instead, in Sirach's mind, he's just singing the song from Pocahontas, where he's just going dig and dig and dig and diggity dig.
And now I am.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Disney has a thing for digging songs, doesn't it?
Just of the two.
There are
I
a
mean,
couple.
Granted,
Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. When you're done, you dig a deeper tunnel. Dig
What
a
was
tunnel,
that?
dig. Lion King 1.5.
Yeah.
The Meerkats.
Meerkat song.
Yes, the
okay,
Meerkat
so there's
song.
3.
Not to mention holes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, there's 4. Oh god, Holes banged. That was
Yeah.
a bop.
It slapped.
All right.
Wow, what is with that, Disney? Let's talk about it.
So, you guys do have time scheduled with the Black King today. Would you guys like to gather up as a party ahead of time to discuss anything in character that you would need to? You guys can stop in sort of one of the taverns. You are, pretty much all of you are seen, recognized, and acknowledged. You returned to the Black King. So, you know, and Grizz, your stock, just by being associated with them, is automatically higher. Narvi, people are worried about you.
I feel like that's a given, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't want it to go too long without it being said. So, you know.
Yeah, I think after the first few kind of looks, there's the moment of like looking down at the hands and kind of seeing the kind of like the dark indented veins, or what used to be veins, sort of running up the sort of insides of his arms, and he kind of concentrates for a bit, and he doesn't become the drag queen of 3 episodes ago, but he does sort of sprout a short kind of brown fuzz from his head, and gains a bit of a sort of brighter hue to his skin for a second, and as he opens his eyes, they're less sunken. They're grey eyes, and he has a small amount of beard, small amount of stubble, and he kind of still the same stoop, still the same Narvi, generally speaking, but kind of looks around and goes, I think that's better.
Hey, you look good. So
That's the first time you've said that to me. Oh. Wait, so this is better?
hey, like if we're talking just in sheer attractiveness, I don't want to make you feel bad about how you know, but you look more status quo, you'd say. Less of a unique pearl in the mud. How's that? That's blend in a little better.
Good to know.
That was beautiful, though.
Huh?
A unique pearl in the mud. That's poetry.
Hey, this is poetry. I said I'm feeling a little. I feel like it was rude. That wasn't meant to be rude. What?
No, it's okay. Lot to get used to, but I'm glad you like it. I'll stick to this for a while, I think.
You stick to whatever makes you comfortable. That wasn't meant to be any sort of indictment as to how you usually look. Just
okay.
right.
He sort of goes. He sort of like shades his face from you a little bit and kind of carries on walking. It's no tears come out. It's just a.
I tugs at his beard a little bit and
Be more sensitive. God.
Sirach's gonna like go up right next to him and kind of like pat on shoulder, but way too small to pat on shoulder, so pat on like side of arm, and just look up at Narvi and just goes, "Oh, it's okay. You know, we're all a little, you know, some of us are a little bit different. You know, I get it."
It's all right. I'm fucking with him. Thank you, though.
You bitch.
There's just that strange kind of half smirk on Navi's face as he's kind of as his shoulders go up and down a little bit.
and as they're like Grizz is
crying.
Grizz is ping-ponging between like Saride and Stitch. And it's like, it wasn't rude, was it? Like, it was meant to be a compliment.
I understand. There's not really a good way to have a, you know, you look better now conversation. So
He didn't say that he looks better. I just said he looked good.
I know you're doing fine. You know.
You tried.
You know, listen, he's a little weird, and you're a little rough around the edges sometimes.
Look, I thought since Screamers had kind of broached the topic that we were not doing the politely ignoring the dead thing.
You know, that's fair.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just
You're
gonna.
good.
All right, I'm just gonna.
You're
leave
fine.
it.
You're
I'm just gonna
probably
stop.
fine.
Okay.
Now I feel bad.
Good.
That's me fucking with you.
I just appreciate that
It all circles back.
essentially Narvi was like, I enact the blush of life. And that
Yeah.
basically what happened. Okay. What would you guys like to do? Do you want to go straight to the meeting? Or you want to gather up and you have things to discuss?
Do we have anything that we need to go over before we talk to the king?
There's something to be said about us figuring out if what we want to do with the shard first, whether that is protect some areas now or try and use it to find a different shard. There's something to be said about us at least having a vague idea of what we want to do before going in and talking to him. Thoughts?
I agree. But let's play a game where we throw out ideas about what we think this meeting is going to be about. You know, just maybe.
So to be clear, I had assumed you guys would want to. I thought you wanted to talk to the Black King.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I
So
mean, yes.
so you have called the meeting. You're setting the agenda here. That's great. Okay. Great. We're all on the same page.
Yeah,
I was
there's still just a certain level of like, so what do we tell him?
which is which is great. Well, so what you should know is that last week, 2 weeks ago, on the last episode, information about the staff of Gyron was essentially divulged. Okay, as was the presence of the dragon cult.
Yep.
Was there anything else that might have been sensitive? Oh, the Marid was being cheeky, stealing the dragon staff piece, or the dragon orb. She had the dragon orb, not the staff piece.
the
cafe.
the bottled.
Yeah.
The bottled girl. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys put it in the same bag, so she was like, "Ooh, mine."
Wait, what? We put what in the bag with her?
The dragon
did you
orb.
Dragon orb.
He's for
What did you
me.
fucks do?
No, it was put in the bag of holding, and turns out she was also in the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
but she was in her bottle.
Yeah.
At
but,
the time.
you know.
She got out of her bottle in the bag of holding.
Fuck if
Yeah,
I know.
she
I
can.
wasn't there.
Technically,
She
yeah.
can?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pocket dimension. It has limited space. Everything's together,
Yeah, but when
essentially.
she get out, wouldn't she have suffocated?
10 minutes of breathing air if
But
you
she
assume
wouldn't
that
have.
the
She had
Marid
to have known
has
that
to
it was in
breathe.
there in order to get it.
No, I mean, it's a bottle. She can see through the bottle. It's a pitcher.
Oh, you idiots.
I didn't do any of this.
You fucking idiots. All right.
They don't let me touch the bag. Okay, that's
Yeah, I just have the haversack.
No,
That's it. I don't touch the bags of holding.
it is.
There's a bag.
I think there might even be 3 of them.
I'm the one holding the bag.
Oof.
Literally, at this point now.
That's true. Okay, no, there are only 2.
What did you all
including the
put in my
haversack.
sack?
But that has been more or less resolved.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, part of it was me wanting to take one doomsday device off of your hands with Cafe. So
Fair.
unless you
Fair.
guys have a deep need for a monkey's paw wish granter.
No.
Okay. Cool.
No.
Then
No.
We already got
No.
a monkey's paw chess set. We already got a monkey's paw.
card set.
Dragon orbs.
At
cards.
this point, we got a monkey's full of monkey's paws items.
Yeah,
We
We're
could
adding
create
paws to
our
this
own
at this
monkey.
point.
Yeah.
Barrel full of monkey paws.
Significantly a much more terrible gift for children.
At this meeting, is it just going to be the Black King, or are any representatives from the Feywild going to be there?
They can be if you request them to be.
Okay, because I think Clever Stitch has a couple of questions, and maybe Saride might be able to answer it more about the flow of time between there and here, and if they have any clue how long it's been over there since they came over here, because Clever Stitch wants to get a handle on how long that's been. But
I mean,
time
Time is a social construct, and it's not real. So
sure. However, ancient sand beings probably follow the same social construct that the rest of the Feywild follows. So I'm just
there
trying
isn't
to.
time there, though. It just
So, Saride, make me a history check or an arcana check. I'll take either one.
Nosebleed.
26.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
I'm super smart, you guys.
Hell yeah.
So, the Feywild. Because of the wild and intense magical properties of the domain of the Feywild, time can move both slower and faster within it, and it is usually based on when the group of people enters the Feywild. And it is a comparative issue, right? So the thing is that everything that lives in the Feywild is nigh immortal because they exist both as individuals, so all the Eladrin, but also as spiritual icons of different ideas, right? All Eladrin in the summer season are in some way tied to the literal season of summer, right? They all represent it in a way. So for them, they do have a life cycle, but their life cycle is more based on their perspective with each other, right? Saride's time will never move faster in the Feywild than her father's, because she is the child. She will never outage him, based on as long as they're in the Feywild together, right?
Yeah.
But as far as how long has passed for the Feywild, it really depends on what's been happening there. So normally the Feywild is kind of in a period of like stasis. The same thing sort of happens every day, every so often, right? Every portion of the Feywild is a single solar cycle. So winter is the depth of night, spring is the dawn, summer is the sky, the realm of summer. It's always there. Fall, it's at dusk, and it pretty much lives like that all the time. And if you were just a Feywild creature, you would kind of just do the same thing until something that your Feywild portion of the world that mirrors the real world, that's how time moves for them. So that is a very long-winded and wibbly-wobbly way of...
It goes back and forth.
Yeah, of explaining that you would have to currently scry on the Feywild or have some way of looking into it to know how much time has passed.
And I can do that.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, if we don't have to have anyone from the Feywild in this meeting, I would appreciate it if we
That's more than all right. That was my only question, really, was if we have an unknown time limit or a known time limit, really, for how long we have to make larger decisions.
It's a known unknown.
Oh.
So, just for reference, there's about a 35% chance that time moves exactly the same. Okay? There's about a 30% chance that days become minutes or hours. And there's I guess about another 30% chance, 35% chance that days become either weeks, months, or years.
Cool. Tight.
Okay. And it's only really determined when you leave. Yeah. But you guys get sort of locked together so that if you were to split up, you're all moving at the same time.
Sure. Yeah, like whenever you're on the Feywild, you are all moving at the same Feywild time.
Yeah. I'm not doing the what is it, like hypercube of like, I've been in here for a day, I've been in here for 12 years, right? Like
No,
that's too much for me. So
Yes. All right. So with our discussion with the Black King, it's figuring out what we're going to do with the shard, right? And if we want to use it to find more and risk that time, or if we want to just use it as is. What else?
I think that's it. It's either use the shard that we have or go find other shards.
All right.
Do we have any leads to find the other shards without using the one we have?
Not that I know of.
Right, because we can use, like, the shard we have, there's a way to use it to locate the other shards, right? Like it.
I think so.
yes.
Okay.
And, would it be a good idea to ask the king how many shards he might need
Just about
at a push? Because obviously, if he needs all of them, then
4.
You know
We
he
know
has 4 assailable domains. He's in control of 3 of them. 2.5, really.
so he has four assailable, but only 1 technically would be safe with the shard that we have.
So we
Yes.
need 3 more.
Yeah.
But he's only. You said he's only in power of 2.5 of them.
Yeah. So you guys would know the House of Shields
Mm-hmm.
is the largest, most densely populated. The Frozen Jarl of the north is where all of the Fey wild refugees are.
Mm-hmm.
They are completely in control of those two. They have been reclaiming the Axe Lord's domain.
Okay.
You're not 100% on where that business is, but they are in the process of that. The
Okay.
one area they have not gone back to is the Fist of the Forge, where you guys took Ilvri Duros's
Armor.
dragon scale armor and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If push came to shove, do we think that the Feywild refugees could come to the House of Shields and we could just cram everybody in here, or
That's a
is
lot.
that? Yeah, but if we absolutely have to, I'd rather everybody be safe. And
Needs
with it
must.
only being 2 places instead of 3 or 4, it's maybe possible.
I feel like really our best option is, and as much as I would like to leave one shard here, protect the House of Shields. If the House of Shields falls, then the rest is for naught. Speed, expediency is kind of the key here. That's if we can use this to find the others. Each one we find, we can protect more land. Each one we find, we can bring back, use it immediately.
Yeah.
Use the shard to find the next.
So we're going to go shard hunting.
I think so. If we can get a and this can even be after our meeting, but if we can get a look-see into the Feywild and see how long has passed over there and how terrible everything is, then maybe we can set a deadline by which we have to find shards, and at that deadline, whatever happens, happens.
So, I might have been keeping this a little bit secret. Only some of you might know that I have this. But I have this thing. Yeah. And he pulls out a cube that has a bunch of different sides on it. This can actually, this has a couple of charges that I can use, and I can pretty much use this to plane shift us. And one of the, so I have on here, and he you see 3 sides of the cube are blank, but 3 of the other sides have symbols on them. And he goes, this one is for the prime material plane, and this one right here is actually for the Feywild. So this thing's got I can use it 3 times, and so it might be dangerous, but if we wanted to check it out, I could just, get us over there, and then we kind of see it, and then we kind of hop back.
Oh.
Let's do it.
All right.
What would that?
Would we have to deal with time if we did that?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, time would be weird, but
I think
that's not good.
We reading the fine print on that cube?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't do that.
Well, no, only to say you can use an action to press one side of the cube and cast the gate spell with it. But I think Cody and I talked about, since the gate spell is a 9th level spell, we won't unlock that ability until all sides of the cube are filled. So I can cast the plane shift. It says, alternatively, if you use an action to press one side twice, you can cast a plane shift spell, and it says, it's just a save if you're using it against someone else. Oh, okay. and transport the targets to the plane keyed at the side. Okay, my bad. I thought it was saying like you can cast this spell if you pass a DC 17.
No.
DC 17, otherwise red mist.
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, you get shunted to a random plane of existence. Good luck. Hope it's not Earth.
I
The
did
Earth
you?
plane.
Oh, I literally thought you said Perth, as in Australia, as if it were another plane of existence.
I mean, is it not?
Is it not?
All right, mate. What are you doing down here?
No! What is this hellscape we found ourselves in?
So yeah, we can. I mean, I hate to make it sound. I hate to make it sound like just going over to the pub to have a pint, but we could pop over, play with some sand, and pop back in pretty much no time at all if we wanted to.
All right.
I feel like this should wait till after the meeting.
I mean, yeah.
Like, it sounds like it has the possibility to make us all a little late for the meeting if things don't go the way we're hoping.
You and up to
Yeah.
8 willing creatures who link hands. Yeah, no, I could take all of us.
And you can get us back immediately. Doesn't have to recharge or.
No, just double tap this and ping, and then double tap and ping. We're back.
All right. After the meeting, do we want to go on a field trip?
I mean, it's good to have it as an option. I think definitely. Why has Navi suddenly started getting into these conversations? I don't know.
Because he cares.
Hi, we're the archivists, and this is Narvi. He's the leader. He's the voice of reason. Oh no. All right, so we go to the meeting, and we explain to the king that we're going to go shard hunting.
Yeah. Hopefully, find at least one other.
See if he has, or if he can help or anything, and then we go home for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd see just how bad it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Navi kind of looks down at the deck of cards, sort of clutched in his hand, and thinks back to the card that he saw, that we all saw underneath the table. Sort of goes, yeah, I think that'd be good. Who's gonna do the talking? I wasn't volunteering.
Well, I mean, we all know him pretty well. I think we all can. We're not asking him for anything crazy. It's more explaining what the next step in the plan is, make sure he's up to date, and give him an opportunity to say no, as is his right as king.
If you lot don't mind, is it alright if I wait outside?
Are you alright?
It's just like it's odd. I've started running with you lot, and people are looking at me different and speaking as comfortably as you lot have with, an ancient hero of my people back from the dead. It's just all a little bit much. I'm fine. I prefer to, never meet your heroes.
That's fair.
Like that's.
If you're okay with it, probably stay nearby in case he.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get Benedict something to eat, and when you lot are done meeting with again, ancient hero of legend to my people, led us on a great exodus, died and has recently returned from a long forgotten grave. When you lot have finished with your meeting with that, I'll be outside. That's I'll stay someplace you can see me when you come out of the ancient halls of the forefathers and all that.
All right.
You know, I know that I know all of that information, but when you put it like that, it puts a lot more pressure on the meeting that we're about to have that I did not have any pressure with. It just like seconds, mere moments before. But
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
put it
imagine
like
how
that,
I felt about this. You're like, yeah, let's just go meet with the Black King, tell him what we're doing. And
no, again, putting it into a perspective, putting it. See, I haven't worn my goggles in a long time, but it's putting the goggles down. I'm getting a different perspective here, and no, it makes sense. Makes sense.
like, I don't know if you realize that the people around here look at you like you're heroes to these people, and I don't know if you realize how wildly uncomfortable it makes me that they're starting to look at me with that degree of respect. And
Will stop being a hero and they'll stop looking at you like that. But from what we have seen thus far,
you've seen me
you
get
have
stabbed in the
been-
brain and cook a lot of food.
and if that does not read hero to me, I don't know what does.
I appreciate that. It's just
you went and
it's,
fought mind flayers with people that you barely knew,
aye.
and you have stuck around since then through thick and thin. So
Right. Well, I appreciate that. It's just here it makes me a little bit more uncomfortable. I've known most of these people for my whole life, and just it's odd. Like you said, it's perspective. I'm gonna go get Benedict some snacks. Enjoy your meeting with the ancient hero.
Actually, since you sort of started this, I was wondering if we could all, when we go to the Feywild, maybe not call it popping over on a field trip, and remember that the sand that we're wading through is my home.
I
It
just
doesn't
meant
exist anymore.
I just meant on a time frame sort of scenario.
I
I would
know.
not on a
I know.
no.
I know. I just. Yeah.
Meh,
yeah.
understood.
All right. Go feed your badger.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. Gotcha. See you in a few. It's off the pocket. Off the pocket.
Oh, so that's what you call it.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
To the king. To the king.
You guys make your way to the Great Hall, where the king holds most of the public court. And you can see that the table that you all once ate at has been removed, or sort of taken down to one side. This is the table that Sirach had a terrible visage at once upon a time.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that. You are led down the steps to the chamber of the Black King. And you can see he is busy with a variety of accountants. Looks like individuals that are both taking stock and categorizing the wealth that the kingdom has, but also the historical significance of many of these items, what magics they have, what magics they don't. And it's sort of like a CEO or a manager walking through like a warehouse, where there's definitely like every other step there's some dude with a clipboard being like, hey, we blah, 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 and he's like, all right, yes. So that's kind of the feel you guys are making your way into. And as the Black King looks over and sees you, the hall is brightly lit. There are fires of ever-burning arcane energy tracing along the banisters and the roof and casts down. But there are still some shadows that creep around the corners. And so he greets you as you make your way to the bottom of the steps, out of the base of the column, each side representing a different faction that had once served him. And he is sort of leading you guys just kind of back to where the throne sits in the middle, dead center of the hall. But you do still see all of those columns and everything else that has been there. So, right, my friends. I understand that you need my attention for a time. What is it that I can offer for you?
Irving? We'd like to ask your permission to go on a hunt.
I appreciate the propriety that you are offering. The allies that you've brought so far have displayed a similar deference, which is refreshing. But should be noted that other than you, Saraid, and your particular Feywild individuals, none of these other archivists have specifically sworn an oath of fealty. I know that we are negotiating the presence of what were they? Not the school children, but the was that your republic to come and assist in occupying?
The students, right, in the forge.
I thought we had left them they would take up the Axe Lord's domain.
Right, but I mean they're in the forge now, though,
Yes,
right?
yeah, right. So
right,
yes,
but-
some of
but,
them.
I mean-
The caravan that you guys led over here, the expedition, they're currently in the forge.
Okay.
But when Saraid swore fealty, it included
Yeah,
allies
they set up
from-
a camp here.
from Dorian's Dawn.
Right, but
so-
there's nowhere for them to set up if you don't have the Axe Lord's domain.
We have been dedicating many dwarven hours, effort, blood, sweat, and tears to reclaiming such a property. And your news of protecting the variety of our fortresses is, I must say, slight bit concerning. If we are about to be forced to abandon each of these domains, each of these locations, for fear of further dragon attack, then the efforts we have put forth will be have wasted.
I mean, in theory, we can hopefully gather the materials required to be able to protect all of the domains. I would not recommend putting much effort into the fourth one yet.
We have
But
agreed that the Fist of the Forge will not be attempted to be reclaimed until, unfortunately, maybe ever, but at least until this particular dwarven dragon conflict is resolved.
Perfect. Yeah, hopefully we can find 3 tools to keep your 3 domains safe, but perhaps put a pin in the 3rd one for now.
Alright. Not exactly what I was hoping to hear, but I'm not an unreasonable ruler.
Well, we can take care of one now, or you can give us a little bit of time, and we can find other safeguards.
Alright. Of course, I have entrusted this task to you, in no small part because you have served me well, but also because you have been a face that this dragon Ivridoros has recognized or seen. And so, to resolve such an issue, I think requires a personal touch. If acquiring additional pieces of the Staff of Chiron is the best course of action in your opinion, I will not stop you. Provide you with support. The dwarves and the giants can.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the biggest support for now can just be shoring up what physical defenses you can, just in case, in the meantime, before we can gather more shards of the staff.
I would like a, well, I appreciate each of your efforts. You do the part for considerable stretches of time. And while the denizens of the Feywilds that have taken up the Frozen Jarl are perfect subjects, I require a more firm point of contact with the allies of the East, those in Dorian's Dawn or your Republic, as it were.
You mean a member of the students that you can talk to? Like in the forge?
Was students all I was offered?
That's what we're starting with. But do you want someone from the forge right now? Or do you want us to get you into contact with someone in Dorian's Dawn?
Dorian's
As my
Dawn.
voice breaks.
Dorian's Dawn.
All right. We can do that.
I appreciate it.
Fuck is his name? He has one of the weapons. Alvaro.
Yeah.
Alvaro, yeah.
Absolutely. We'll send him. We'll send him word.
Good. So, am I to understand that you all require the piece of the staff? That you might utilize
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Alright.
Much like a divining rod, we can use it to locate the other pieces.
Of course. He motions
Magnet, not
for
divining rod.
it to be, he motions for it to be brought over. And a small box, about a foot, maybe a little less, is brought over. It is finely crafted in woods, and it is sort of etched with dwarven runes. They, for those of you that can read dwarven, it is purely a metaphorical liturgy, just sort of a repeated poem, a repeated prayer, to watch over and protect this and its contents. Doesn't seem to actually be magical. When it is opened, you can see that the inside of the box is lined in lead, and it is presented to you. Someone should write this
Did we
down.
get rid of cafe?
The
Just gonna
Marid?
put that in the bag. with cafe.
If not, put it in the haversack. She's not in the haversack.
The Black King said she would take him. He would take her off your hands. He is dealing with her. Yeah.
Got 99 problems, and that bitch is one.
Yeah. So the rod can be attuned to. It can serve as a spellcasting focus with no additional effect for any class that is capable of casting spells. The character knows the direction, but not the distance of the next piece, of the next nearest piece. Okay? There is a it is also, excuse me, it has a single charge, as you only have a single piece, and it can cast either Cure Wounds or Healing Spirit at 3rd level once per day. As the casting time per those spells, because I believe Healing Spirit is like a 10-minute casting time. Yeah. So.
Does that charge recharge at dawn?
At dawn, yes.
Dawn. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Is this something that can be passed around? Like, because it's an attuned piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. You're not gonna. It's not when you. If its charge has been spent, the only thing another person will get is the vague sense of the direction.
Okay, but it's not like, just for the purposes of us tapping in and out.
Yeah.
It's not. If it like switches every week, it's not gonna.
That'll be fine. Yeah, this is a strong enough artifact that it is.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
While I do try to avoid the everybody share the magic item, this is more of a little more of a plot item.
Plot item, yeah.
Yeah, it's a plot item.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm gonna say for what it currently is giving you, I'm not gonna require attunement to it.
I mean, it's 10 minutes. It's not like it's that.
Yeah.
It's an hour, but it's
for
still,
attunement.
Sure.
Yeah, for attunement, it's an hour.
Yeah.
It's a short rest, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fine. We'll just stick with it because it. Yeah, let's stick with it needing it because it will. Otherwise, it could be problematic at higher levels. When you start getting more of them, it's going to start doing more things. You know.
Yeah.
So yes.
Can we take the box with us as well?
I would. I was about to insist that you did.
Perfect.
There is what my scholars have been able to dig up is that there is an old. I'm not sure if it's legend or Dwarven wives' tale, but fables often end up having more to do with them than we would perhaps like. And so the staff pieces, some say, have been cursed to run from each other. However, if you know the proper enchantment for them, then they shall not depart. It is hidden within the etchings of the box for you to remember it. Would anybody like to try to find it in the box just by like looking it over? Cool. Make an investigation check.
I would, but I don't speak.
Yeah, you have to speak Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just an 8. Damn it.
I mean, I'm absolutely going to try. I'm going to fail, but I'm going to
Do
try.
it.
Do it.
Fail
Save us, Nardi.
miraculously.
Fail upwards is the name of my autobiography. Sorry, that was a real journey on D&D Beyond.
That's not bad.
Save us, Nardi.
What was it?
21.
21.
Yeah.
21. Okay. So Narvi, you don't find the full phrase, but you see where it is, right? It's like finding it in a word search, right? You start finding a few of the words. That's literally what it is, right? It's all these letters, and you're seeing certain words. You get a chunk of them, and he'll go ahead and point out the rest of them. But in Dwarven, it's essentially you have to etch each piece with the first and next word in the phrase, right? So it is, though heaven falls, let justice be done, and behold the Lord of Dragons.
Sorry, just that first sentence again.
Though heaven falls.
Though heaven falls.
Yep. Let justice be done. Behold the Lord of Dragons.
Amazing. Just gonna pop that in chat.
Just gonna get that tattooed somewhere real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a sick tattoo.
Okay. Sort of look at it and sort of frown and kind of go, it's good, poetic, it's nice.
It was apparently attributed to Gyron, the last known words that he spoke before smashing the stuff.
They're pretty good words.
I agree. Wish I had something quite as poetic before they locked me in here.
I wish I had anything quite as poetic ever.
Yeah.
You're a pearl in mud.
Well, that's a good one. Right, that's a nice sentiment.
I'll take ownership.
So, my friends, I apologize, but my time is demanded. Very many other places. Unless there is more pressing matters, then I will send someone for your contact information on this Alvaro you spoke of.
Right.
And I
would
will...
ask
Go ahead.
I would ask a favor. I know I've asked for so much from you, and I do apologize for my impertinence. It's just there's a member of our party who is one of yours, and I would see him properly recognized by the House of Shields for his bravery and his honor and steadfastness.
All right.
His
Who is
name is
this?
Benedict, and then he has this Grizz with him as well.
Benedict. All right.
With a T, Benedict. No,
Benedict.
It's right. Benedict is his companion. No, it's Grizz.
Grizz. All right.
And I will tell you his last name because he's my best friend, so I should know that. But I have no fucking clue what it is. He's just Grizz.
I will speak with our
the last
scouting. Speak with our scouting sergeants and make sure that he is properly commendated. You might understand that his continued service in your efforts is requested.
Please, sir, if you could spare him, he's
Sure.
become quite invaluable.
All right. Not a problem. I'll set it in motion. Anything else?
Yeah. And I'm just pull out a small piece of parchment and just a quill. If I could just have you. So Grizz definitely needs to be recognized, and I agree with that. But he's also he's a real big fan. So I was wondering if I could, just quickly get an autograph for him. I mean, he just respects you so much, and he thinks you're such a great leader and ancient hero of the people. So,
Sure. Not a problem.
Fuck. Oh no, what did we do?
Can you smell what the... Black King is cooking.
He
To my biggest fan, Grizz and Benedict.
Here's my royal signature.
If you
Don't
could
copy
just
this.
sign your name, it'll be wonderful, and I think he'll love it.
he takes the pen that you have, and he ungloves the armored gauntlet that he sort of traditionally has, and he squeezes the ink onto his finger, and in a calligraphy of Dwarven script, which is traditionally very blocky.
Yeah.
So there are, you can tell the way he writes it, his finger comes to a point and then the nail sort of leaves the slight flourishes on the side. He has to like print parts of it, right? And that's why he's using his finger, because a quill and a pen is not what this was. This was a language built for chisels, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does sign, and it takes him a moment. He's practiced at it, right? And if I guess Narvi and Saride look at it as he is signing it, or writing on it. It is a though this parchment is impermanent, and this ink but black, know that the dwarven spirit of stone and the glory of their gaze march with you to this be dust and mountains be plains. So says the Black King.
I thought you said you weren't poetic.
It is an traditional statement.
It's wonderful. I think you'll really like it.
I hope.
Thank you.
Of course. We don't have much memory of such traditions these days.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Of course. And he'll, as he puts his glove back on, he so there's like a line of, if dwarves could be meek worm tongues in any real way, there's like a chunk of them sitting there like, I've got things to, oh God, I've got so many things for you to read and sign. And we saw how long it takes. Oh Lord, oh man. Right. So he'll.
Yeah, but can I just say the process of, I never thought taking off a gauntlet would be sexy before, and then finger painting essentially.
Yeah.
But who am I? Is this what I'm into? This better not awaken anything in me.
Yeah, that is definitely what he has to do. So, you guys are good. You are escorted out of the vault of the Black King, the treasury of the Black King. Outside waiting, or you can catch up with Grizz. I don't think he's waiting right there. He went to feed Benedict, so they're probably not far, though.
You just look for Benedict.
Yeah, you find him. Absolutely.
You
Benedict.
hear him eating
Yeah,
far
just
before you
listen
see
to the
him.
sounds.
Amidst the hammers and then the clanging, the
Oh, there he is.
the snorts and snarls and sort of licking noises.
It's just aggressive eating. It's just.
Yeah,
You walk
exactly.
in, and
Pretty much.
Benedict is sitting politely drinking water, and it's Grizz with like a turkey leg and a pint of ale.
That track.
Going to town on a plane.
I actually, I forgot I have an errand to attend to that I left waiting whenever we left. So I will be back.
Are you alright? Is
Go.
everything alright?
It's going to be great.
Alright.
And then I will meet you all after you give that to Grizz, but I require a reenactment of his face whenever you give him a personally signed message from the ancient being that he was too nervous to go meet.
Okay, so are we alone at this point?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, ish, but
So I did definitely get that. But also, like I understand the whole reason I said it. But also like if we ever needed to like, and I'm not saying we should, but like fake an edict from the Black King.
Rock, no.
I'm just saying if we could look at it, we could.
No. And actually, you make sure that that doesn't go anywhere, because the minute Talroth and Treasure see it, they're gonna start trying to fucking mess with it, and like copy it down. Don't you dare.
Sarai, I think they've been a real bad influence on me.
It's all right. We can get you back. We're your friends, all right? We're here because we care.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying if we need to. No, not do it. Won't do it. Not doing it. Never need to. Just an autograph. Just an autograph for Grizz. That's what we got.
My God.
Yes, I require a reenactment whenever I get back. Don't go to the Feywild without me.
All right. If you insist.
Okay. Let's start with Grizz. Let's start with you guys meeting back up with Grizz.
Hey, welcome. It's like he says, he's holding the turkey leg and. Hey. How'd it go?
Good. We got a box, with the shard in it, so we're all sort of set there.
All right, so that's.
He seems nice.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So, are we going to the Feywild next, or what's the?
Stitch had to run an errand, so once he gets back, yeah. But also, we did something, for you as a surprise.
I'm really curious what the next words out of your mouth are going to be.
I'm so scared right now.
Close your eyes.
You remember? That's actually a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. You should totally close your eyes.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Nothing I do or Matthew does for the rest of Halloween. No effort we put in to being creepy or spooky or unsettling in any way is gonna match that right there. That is, he's won Halloween. Thomas says.
Yeah, but he's in his pearl. He's in his pearl outfit right now, not his mud outfit.
Sure.
but we all know. We all know.
We all know.
You all know. Listen. All you need is a British man who's lacking in sleep. That's all you need for creep.
All right. Got it.
Grizz looks to Sarai and Sirach. I just want you to know, before I do this, whatever happens next, I've really enjoyed our time together. And he just closes his eyes.
Do it, Sirach. Finish him.
Sirach is going to take one of his hands and like.
Are you going for the one with the tankard or the turkey leg?
The one with the turkey leg. And
Sophie's choice right there.
removing the turkey leg, and reaches into his back pocket and pulls out this autograph and places it. Well, first gets a towel and wipes the grease off of the turkey leg laden hand, and then places this.
That's what.
We think. We got this for you, and we thought you might like it. But it's really to show how much we appreciate everything that you do, and how you might not think you're worthy of the praise and the way people have been looking at you, but you definitely are. And so we got this to help you see that.
Grizz opens his eyes and looks at it. It looks up, kind of confused. So and he puts the tankard down, opens it up and reads it. He looks back up at y'all, reads it again, and just turns invisible for a sec. 6 seconds. I'm going to expend a use of my Nature's Veil as a bonus action.
Oh,
And the moment you do that, Sirach, it's a spell scroll.
We killed him.
Oh.
We killed him with an
You hear
autograph.
kind of like a shuddering breath from just the empty space. And 6 seconds go by and he pops back into view and he's rolling it up and just you could tell that like there's like some wet streaks where he like turned invisible and was like, nope. This was very kind of you. Thank you for this. I owe you a lot more than 52 gold at this point, each of you. This is... And he just hugs Sirach, who's about the same height as Grizz, right? Like, yeah. That's... Hey,
I mean,
that's
how
Miguel.
tall is Grizz?
Grizz is, what, 4'2"?
So yeah.
Yeah, right about, yeah.
Right about... and then-
Like if you were on the taller scale of a dwarf, like 5 foot, no, you'd be taller than him. He's like 4'4", I think. 4'6",
Yeah,
maybe.
we settled on like 4'4", 4'5", like right around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And Chris like kind of claps you on the shoulder. He looks and he walks forward without saying anything, like kind of eyes just locked on the scroll. It goes and hugs Saride next. And then he again does kind of the same thing, like reaches up and pats you
she'll
halfway
kneel
up there. Yeah, and then
so she can give him a big hug.
he turns and walks up to Narvi. Hope you're comfortable with hugs. Close your eyes.
He gives a big old hug. He's a hugger.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Things. When you're looking like this, it feels different than you'd expect. You really feel the same as normal. Right, let's go, Narvi.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, stitch one of those too. I've been thinking of something about going into the Feywild, and I don't know if we want to wait till Stitch is back, or if I should say it now. There is a chat, but I was planning to say this as soon as he came back, and you took me out of my stride. He pulls off his backpack and opens it up. He actually puts the immovable rod like into it and drops it into his backpack. He doesn't turn on the immovable rod because he won't be able to move his backpack, but like wraps it around it and to keep it from getting crumpled. Places it, close everything up. The Feywild. I don't know that all of us should go. We have pressing business, and there's a chance, even if it's a small one, that years go by. I don't know what the three of you think about that, but years gone past without any of us. You lot have shaken this part of the world. I guess more specifically, Saride, Sirach, the two of you, the rest of the Arcanists, Naravi and I. Less as much, more recent additions. We have less history with your group to have earth-shaking ramifications to our actions. I think the majority of the Arcanists should stay behind. just in case, so that we don't let years go by. That box should definitely stay with a piece of the staff.
I think what you say has wisdom. We don't know what we'll find when we go there. Could be sort of looks at Saride. I've never had a proper talk with you about your homeland, and I apologise for what I'm about to say, but it could be gone, and we could be gone along with it if we all go. But if it's okay with everyone else, I feel like I need to go. There's something about my past that is linked to that place. I don't know what. He sort of looks at each of you and kind of goes, and hey, I've not been about for long, so if I do go, it's like a drop in the ocean compared to some of you. If I'm gone, it won't affect this place as much as it'll affect as one of your demises will. I'd like to go.
It's nothing to do with my past, but I'm a natural scout, been trained. This is exactly what that is. It's a scouting mission. Similar to Narvi, I'd rather be one of those gone for years than any of you, if it came to. There's no one I trust guarding my homeland more.
Well, if there's
Sirach, make me a Arcana check. I'll give you advantage on it because of your planar warrior class.
good. It was 4 for the first one, but I rolled advantage and it got me a 5.
Cool. That's it.
There we go. Well, Grizz, I mean, Grizz and Narvi, the both of you, you're saying that you haven't had much effect on this part of the world, and I mean, that's not to say you won't. I mean, at this point, you've been kind of doing your own things, but now you're part of us, and we happen to get into all sorts of trouble. So who knows the effect that you can have? And if we're talking about a scouting mission, there's only one thing better than having a ranger on a scouting mission, Grizz. That's having 2 rangers
right
on a scouting mission. That's all I'm saying.
Badger.
And a badger.
And if the group says that everybody should go, let's say, that's fine. We've been thinking about it since you left, that there's a chance that if we're gone for years, this all goes sideways.
Miss Raid, I feel like you have a vested interest in this. I would assume you would want to go.
I do. And I'm trying very hard not to be offended at the thought that you're inconsequential to our group or to the world, both of you. Chris, I fucking changed my whole life because of you. You are not inconsequential. There's nothing about you that ever was or ever will be. Narvi, the same is true of you.
My thought
You are weird and terrifying, but you are skilled and you are kind. So
Not to cut you off,
before both of you start trying to, I don't know, solo commando mission yourself into the Feywild so that you can play hero, we're gonna wait for Stitch, and then you can try this little one on him, and we'll see if he nuts up and says he should be the one who jumps in. Although, I have a feeling he'll be more on my side and say it's stupid for any one of us to try to go by ourselves. I know that diamonds get weird and wobbly, and if we even just take a peek, they could completely fuck things up. But it completely fuck things up if we don't take a peek and know exactly what it is we're dealing with. We don't know what's going to happen with any of this. There's calculated risks involved with everything that we do. But that's just the nature of the hero game, gentlemen. And you're heroes now. You have a fucking piece of paper that says it. And Narvi...
Which is more than I ever thought I'd die with. If I can just really quick interject.
Fine.
Beautiful speech. I wasn't saying I was inconsequential. I don't think Narvi was saying he was inconsequential. Look at the way people around here look at you. They treat you different. You and yours have become symbols. Losing you would have an immediate impact. That's currently, as it is, areas that I matter more than that to me and to you all. But as a symbol, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier traveling with the Arcanists. My people won't be distraught at the loss of me. They haven't come to see me as a hero in the same way they see you all.
And from a personal level, I don't remember existing a few months back. So that's kind of all I meant. I meant no disrespect for the hardships that you've gone through to keep us around, and I appreciate the fact that you care.
If anything, I think this is really Narvi and I showing that how much we care about you is that we want to take this risk is, I think, a method of trying to repay all that you've done for the two of us, right? It's
the only thing I need repaid is 60 gold, which you're not allowed to give me back. Now, we're going to eat, and we're going to wait for Stitch to get back with whatever weird-ass thing. And I swear, if he comes back with a genie in a bottle or something else that's a problem, I'm going to skin that cat alive. We're going to eat. We're going to pretend that we're a fully functional family for a moment and be happy to be around each other. Yes?
I was eating, and then I don't really know if you realize, as soon as you put the turkey leg down, Benedict stole it. So I have to find an entirely new turkey leg.
I mean, well, also, we all need turkey legs. Where do we get turkey legs? Where's Adventureland in this damn place?
There's a little stall just outside the castle.
That's the popcorn stand.
I also have turkey legs. It's weird. The tableside. I've never been to Disney World. I don't know where they sell turkey legs.
Actually, I thought it was just Adventureland. They may have moved now.
For the
Is it
longest
Adventureland?
time, it was only Adventureland, and they
have turkey legs
everywhere now. Yeah,
Okay.
there. Once upon a time, there was very regional.
Oh yeah, because
it was
land.
regional. It was regional
It's in Frontierland near Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's right in front of...
No, Frontierland. He's
it's in
right.
Frontierland, yeah.
Frontierland. Yep.
Yeah, but like they changed the Dole Whip stand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. So we are going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to catch up with Clever Stitch, and then we are going to continue and see what our wonderful disasters are going to get up to. So until then, stay tuned. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Matthew, and I'm playing Clever Stitch, the Tabaxi Arcane Archer.
Megan, and it's not the VMAs without a costume change. Playing Saride, the Eladrin Knowledge Cleric.
I'm Andrew. I'm playing Grizz, the great dwarven hero of the House of Shields and Beastmaster Ranger.
Jesus.
As of 10 minutes ago.
That's a lot to come behind, so to speak. Good lord. I'm Tom, hi, and I'm playing Navi, the half-elf rune knight.
And hi, everyone. I'm Eric, and I'm playing Sarath, the Aarakocra Horizon Walker Ranger. Oh,
All
God,
right.
excuse me. I'm sorry.
So, we are going to pick back up with Clever Stitch. It's going to take you probably the rest of the day to get to the top of the mountain where your tree is and back. Now, when did you plant your tree?
I planted my tree, like, I want to say it was 2 weeks before we left.
Okay.
And I had kind of talked with some of the people that were here to have them continue to tend it.
Yes.
After I took my leave of absence from my tree.
And they have. That was all through spring, if I'm not mistaken. Or no,
Yes.
Traveler. So it was.
Also spring, but it was
Traveler is spring.
Spring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Traveler, Numenera,
Mhm,
and then and now 60 days, 65 days. I'll give you one more. So 66. So we are going to roll a percentile to see if the tree is ready to be harvested enough for a bow.
Please. Please.
Now, would you like to roll high or would you like to roll low?
Let's roll low.
Okay.
Why not?
So 33 or below, because 66 days divided in half,
Sure.
2 days for 1%.
Sure. All right. I asked for so little. Please. Oh, wait, are these the... Yeah, these are the original ones. The original Clever Stitch dice. Come on! I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I am taking a picture of my 2
There you
to
go.
put it on the Discord, but I rolled a 00 and a 2.
Nicely done. Nicely done. So, yes, you can, from the tree, harvest a large enough branch to create an ice heart bow. So
He is like little kid in a candy shop bounding up this mountainside looking for whoever he had left in charge of the little project.
absolutely, yeah. No, the druids that have been, because there's a pretty strong faction of dwarven druids that basically keep everybody fed
Yeah.
down here, because tough to grow things without sun. It's just, yeah.
You know, surprising that little tidbit.
Right. So yeah, they come. Your forepaws in the snow, running up the mountain. There's a elevator, there's shafts and mine shafts and things that help you get much closer to the surface. So it's not like you're just straight up
Sure.
free climbing the mountain for.
He would if he had to.
I know he would,
If he had
but-
to.
But the
But he
dwarves
will
would not. They would be
No,
like,
yeah.
"Nah, that's too far. That's
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for a bow that's not
Fucking
mine."
tree.
Yeah.
For a fucking tiny ass tree.
Not built for long distances.
Yeah. So yes. You do make it up there, absolutely. Now, it is easier to enchant, and it has the potential to, in the enchanting process, it is called a heart bow because it takes on a life of its own and creates its own sort of enchantments that go along with it. But you must begin the enchanting process in order for it to be, in order for anything to come of it. So, I am going to dig through my Xanathars here real quick and see
Is
what...
he doing the enchanting or is someone helping him?
Oh, somebody has to help him. He can't.
So there's a little dwarf boy who will help him with his
Enchantment.
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 If it's not fucking Sandal, I'm quitting this game.
It's flip flop.
Oh man. All right.
Yep, there it is.
Birkenstock's more dwarven, right?
It's Birkenstock. No, that's if it's a woman.
Yeah.
All right, pal. My name's Birkenstock.
Enchantment. Fuck yes.
They call me Croc.
Oh no.
no.
No, that's if he's Australian.
There you go.
So, what sort of enchantment do you want to pay? That's selling. Let's see. Trying to find. Gambling, pit fighting, crime.
Always.
Did I hear crime?
Yeah, let's do crime.
Always.
I used to use this thing so much when we had
I
just
know we
months
did.
and months of downtime.
Yep.
We'd be like, what were you doing in that time?
For a
I don't
while,
know.
we knew that chapter of the book like the back of our hand.
Yeah, absolutely. And
And Janithar's is in the other room, or else I'd help.
I appreciate it. So, okay. I am so sorry. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment, please.
Well, I'm gonna take this moment just to say, Sweet Poison in chat is one of my very favourite people from our Wicked Game community. She is wonderful. She's also a bona fide Scottish person. So get those accents on point, guys.
She's I think she's already called me out on this. I think
we did what was it, Sam? That we did like a mini arc of what's the Cyberpunk, and I played a Scottish person for all of 4 episodes, and I'm glad it was only 4 episodes because the amount of shit that I got from Sam was something else.
I'm curious if she heard my Black King and how terrible it was. I know it's not one of my better ones.
Sydney
cool
did
one.
oh, sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
No, Sydney a little bit ago was doing a stream of Phoenix Wright Attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a detective character in there called Dick Gumshoe, who she decided to give a thick 1950s New York accent to. And
Yes.
there were like 3 people from New York in her chat who were just like, we don't sound anything like that.
They were going, "Hey, we don't sound anything like that. What are you talking about?"
I walked in here.
They're strange.
Have you? Okay, I'm sorry. I found the page. I found the entry. Have you seen the TikTok where
Yeah.
there's a person in the street dicking around and he's filming himself or his friend's filming him and he does the, "Hey, I'm walking here," and this woman, she's 50 plus, like blonde hair, stops dead in her tracks, wheels about on her toes, comes back and gets like in his face. "Nobody talks like that. Nobody sounds like that." And she just starts cussing at him, and he is just smiling ear to ear because he's like, "I have no idea what to do with this."
And the best part is, she turns to walk away, and he's just like, "Hey, forget about it." And you see her like turn back, and then it ends.
That is peak New York, boys and girls. That
Yes,
is
it is.
exactly
Yeah.
I
what
love
it is like.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
Oh, God.
So, now this may actually be helpful to you guys. You got a lot of random crap in your bag of holding.
We sure fucking do.
So, it talks about magic ingredients needed and the time and price for creating a magical item, for enchanting a
Okay.
magic item. Okay. I'm going to say the cost for the enchantment is the same. The time for the enchantment, given the special nature of the bow, and that it itself is a special ingredient already, the wood is already there. I'm going to cut that time in half to a minimum of 1 week.
Okay.
Okay, because that's the judging stick by which this is measured.
Sure.
Is weeks, right? What sort of enchantment are you going for? Uncommon, rare, very rare. If you have, you don't have 100K, so
We do not.
the legendary is not, but the very rare is 20 grand. Rare is 2 grand.
Christ.
Uncommon is 200. Common, you're just essentially banking on the percentile roll of what the heart bow wants to make itself. But
Sure.
uncommons are not terribly useful.
I would, if the group is okay with it, I would like to do rare at the 2,000.
Okay.
Because we have 22,000 gold.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use 20,000 of it because that's a lot. And we have some upcoming costs, like a thing for teleportation circle, apparently. But if we are okay with
Yes.
2K,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Then a rare it is, my good sir.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's dig into what sort of things you can get at that
Is it gonna talk?
at that rarity? No, not at
No,
rare.
I'm pretty sure that rare is like a +1.
Uncommon's a +1.
Okay, then I think it's a +2.
It's a +2. Yeah. So baseline, you can get a +2. I think you can. Let me also. I'm trying to work this D&D Beyond. Let's see. How do I just get? Oh, bow. No. Let's do. Yeah. Sure. Why not? There it is. Let's see what this does. All right. Yeah, so you can get the +2. It limits things for bows so much, which is dumb. Weapon of certain death, vicious weapon. If there's an elemental enchant that is rare that you would like to come up with, I will take that. Uncommon is weapon of warning or a +1. Let's see. Swords. Swords get all the fun things. Everybody else is like, nah, you don't get fun stuff.
My instinct.
So
If I go ahead.
a flame. So you could get the flame tongue enchant, the fire enchantment. That is rare. Gambler's Blade is also rare. Mind Blade. These are some later things outside the DMG or the SRD basic stuff. Yeah, I mean, technically life stealing is as well, but I don't think that's terribly useful.
No.
But if you want it, go for it. Serpent Fang. What is this?
If I did a elemental enchantment,
Yeah.
I would probably choose cold.
Okay.
Just because it is an ice heart bow.
Yep.
And he is a snow leopard.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So my instinct is either that
Dragon Slayer.
or a Dragon Slayer bow is never bad.
Yeah. It does sort of put in the I mean, it's tough to I've got something specifically for killing you. Diplomacy is less of an option in that
Yeah.
instance.
Yeah. What the fuck is it? Oh, that's lame. Kind of cool, but lame. Yeah, my instinct is either, and I'm okay having it be a little bit of a roll on it,
Okay.
is either ice or gamblers.
Okay.
Um, I think those are the, yeah, because vicious is fine, but yeah, I think ice or gamblers or +2, whichever one.
You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to snow 'em.
Yeah, but see, he would never is the thing. He's like, oh, I can hit harder and maybe die. Well, I'll just never die then. It's fine. Well, it's just
Matthew,
that
Elizabeth, Fackler,
it's
you
just
stop that right now.
You take a penalty to your death saving throws.
Okay. Well, pick
Equivalent
one.
to your plus. Okay. Then I'll do 1 and 2. I'll roll a d6. 1,
Sure.
2 is a +2. 2, 3, 4 is a gambler's, and 4, 5, 6 is a ice. That's a 6, so it's ice.
Ice. All right. Ice
An
burst
ice
bow.
bow.
No problem. Sounds good. It is going to be much closer to the flame tongue than the frostborn, because
Sure,
that gives
sure.
you resistance and
Yeah. No,
extinguishes blades and you know.
yeah. It was more like flame tongue, but ice. was what I was
absolutely.
thinking.
Okay. And do me a favor. Roll me a percentile.
You got it. Come on, a 2 again. No, that's a 99.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'll take a picture of that one too, because that's kind of extreme.
You got on both sides there.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Cause mom, I'm a big girl
There
now.
you go.
Okay. You said 99? 98.
Yes. 99.
99.
Yep.
Okay. Well, write that down, because it is
Okay.
going to take. It is going to take 5 weeks to enchant.
All right. Well, we had some errands to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. So yeah, you won't know what the blade becomes, or what the bow becomes until
All right.
you get it back. But there you go.
Sounds good. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You catch back up with the rest of the group into the evening. They have spent much of their time eating and sharing stories and trying to convince each other of a wide variety of causes. In the midst of that, Sarai does remember, and the group has some experience with, traveling to the Feywild. You have to be in the Feywild for at least a day before the time distillation effects can take hold. You guys would have known that earlier. The other thing is, though, there is a chance upon returning to the prime material plane from the Feywild that you will forget all of your time in the Feywild.
Cool.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, perhaps we at least take a look. And then. But we should leave the shard here, regardless, even if it will only take us a couple of minutes. I think that taking the shard across to a different plane of existence is not the best idea in the world.
That's fair.
What?
Agree.
Do we have anyone to leave it with?
I mean, Thosin and Treasure and Fable and them are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, all of our friends sitting right next to us.
It's just a symptom of the whole rest of it. Object impermanence is just mad, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
The fact that you can keep your head up straight, I'm just proud. So, yeah.
I mean,
Shall we then?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll leave the shard with Fable, and tell her we'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Hey. Well,
if you'd be happy with helping out, Surak, that'd be. We could definitely use that. Goob. Is that what you call it? A goob.
Yeah, that's the technical term is a coup.
Ube?
A coupe, a
Be.
coupa, a coupe-de-boo.
An elemental cube.
So, are we all ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Everyone, make sure to, we gotta make a circle. Everyone, just 2 hands on my shoulder, and then we make a circle. All right.
Is it like human centipede kind of thing? Like, or are we,
real
are we all putting our hands on your shoulders? Real logistics needed to happen. You know.
Just, we need to make a circle. That's all. Just a circle for us.
Hug ever.
And so,
got one hand
Zorak
on
will
Benedict's
take out
shoulder.
the cube. He'll turn it so the side that has the symbol for the Feywild is facing up, and he will go and he will double click on it and cast planar shift.
Plane shift.
Plane shift. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So, in a moment, the energy courses from the cube up and out and through the entirety of the group. The energy dances along your skins, and even Narvi's somewhat non-responsive flesh seems to ripple at the sensation of it. You blink your eyes, and in the span of that time, you find yourselves. I'd like you to roll me a D. Let's see. Roll me a D6, Surak.
2.
2. Okay. So, you find yourselves within the domain of the Summer Court. You can tell by the position of the sun. And it is blisteringly hot. Immediately. It's a desert that I don't know any of you have experienced. Your feet land and you immediately sink ankle deep into a massive dune of coarse sand that, as it blows, begins to immediately ripple, and you can see the wind itself carried with every grain. I would like all of you to make me dexterity saving throws, DC 13.
Ew. Sorry.
30, 20.
28.
Okay.
Modified
10.
20.
I just want to say I have a +8, but I rolled a 2, so it's a 10.
We got the same.
I have a +8 as well, and I rolled a natural 20, so 28.
Well, there you go. So, Narvi and Sirach, as you guys slump into the dirt, the dune mound that you are on is very tall. It's that type of dune mound you see snowboarders go out to and be like, I'm going to snowboard down this. You guys begin to make your way down the dune hill with far less grace and no board. So you start to come tumbling across. For one of you begins to slip, probably Narvi first. Sirach tumbles back, the sand getting in your feathers immediately. Sirach, I would like you to make me a DC 10 strength saving throw to hold on to your cube as you go tumbling.
Not ideal.
down.
All of our eyes just now. Sorry, what?
7.
Okay.
Can I see that this is happening?
He's not feather. You can't feather fall him. He's already.
No, I know. Fuck him. Sorry, but can I try to grab the cube?
Yeah, can we just go running down the dune to get the cube?
Sure. Okay. Let's first make a perception check to see if you guys notice that he drops it, because he is. We are as you wish levels of leaping down a hill.
Yeah.
If I may 1 second.
Sure.
I don't know if this helps me.
Okay.
With my recent level up, I got another favorite terrain, and I did choose desert.
Nice.
Okay.
Favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus doubled when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to it while traveling for an hour or more in terrain. You can't remain alert to danger when regained. You can move stealthily at normal pace. You find twice as much food. Okay, now it doesn't seem like there's anything for
You never
this.
drop a box that you're holding.
All
Plan on
right.
eating the cube. It becomes food, and you have advantage on trying to find it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You just have to eat it.
If he drops it, I have locate objects.
I got a 24. Or sorry, I'm a liar. A 22.
22.
To be able to see it. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna roll 3d10 plus 5 to see how difficult it is for you to see. Just because it's a small cube,
Yeah.
it's
Sure,
a big
sure,
hill.
Sure.
Let's just see so far.
If we are going on that, I do have a passive of 22 if I can try to keep an eye on it as I'm tumbling.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I've got a 6, 9, and an 8. So that is 28. I will say you see that the cube goes flying. You don't see it. It's not like you see it
Sure,
about
yeah,
halfway
yeah.
down the hill. You get in the area. You start to head down that way. Saride following after. What are you doing, Grizz?
I think like Grizz landed was just like, well, that wasn't too bad, and just sees all of this chaos kind of unfolding.
Mm-hmm.
I only got like a 15 on my perception, so just moving with the group, like something just happened. Moving with
It's
it is gonna try-
super like everyone. Everyone is like going, no. And Navi's just sort of like going face first down the tube.
I think Grizz is going after Narvi. I think
Okay.
Grizz didn't notice the cube went flying.
Okay. Just clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh man.
Oh, poor Navi.
Catch. See if I can't catch up to Narvi.
Okay. As you guys begin to make your way down the hill safely, so you don't start to fall, give me acrobatics checks.
Me too, or am I still falling?
You're gonna just slide to the bottom.
Dirty 20.
Nice,
16.
25.
easy, all done. Yeah, you guys safely go down there. The sand is in everything, and Saride, you and Clever Stitch stop around the area. You're 90% sure the cube you saw glint in the sun and sort of bounce off onto the side.
Do I have to make checks for Benedict?
No, he's
Okay.
he's riding on your back.
Okay.
You, in whatever fashion,
yeah.
he's gonna make it. I'm not gonna.
Backpacking.
Yeah,
He's
I'm not gonna
Yodaing,
do it for him.
You're Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
It's my size, though.
Wear him like a stole.
One way or another, Benedict is getting down this hill, and there's no damage involved. So
Yes.
even if he sonic balls up and just rolls,
Which I like to think that's exactly what is happening.
Great.
Like Benedict landed and watching Narvi slide went, that looks fun, and started rolling down after Narvi.
absolutely,
That tracks.
absolutely.
Narvi's just going, this is how it ends.
So, okay. As you guys get into the area, what are your passive perceptions? Well, you guys are actively looking for stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and make me an investigation check. Clever Stitch and Saride. Grizz, you make it to the bottom. Sirach, Narvi, you guys make it to the bottom. I'm going to say you're probably 100 feet apart.
That's
Yeah.
Pick up Narvi and start brushing him off. Yeah, half melted Willy.
Oh, turn around to you and there's just like sand covering the eyeballs.
Muckle gate.
Ah. Ah.
I just get up and I start like my wings immediately go full out and start flapping, just trying to get all the sand that's stuck in my feathers out.
Okay.
Kicks up a sandstorm.
Sure, sure. I'm going to say for you to fly right now, because you have so much sand in them, it's going to take a DC 10 athletics check to keep yourself in the air.
All right.
Man, this place sucks.
I'm not trying to fly right now.
I know. Yeah.
Can I like get an idea where the cube went off to, or?
You see your friends. They seem to be about at the point where you feel like you lost it.
And you said they're about 100 feet away?
Yeah, 100 feet up the hill.
All right. I will start trudging my way that way.
Okay. You're making your way up the hill, and Clever Stitch, you're sorting through the sand, trying to be careful to not slide the sand any further. Saride is there to kind of help you as best as she can, and the back of your paw, as you're digging, sort of touches the cube, and then you feel this like hole begin to drain. In fact, it begins to get bigger and bigger, and it's about to start to encompass you and Saride.
He will. Sorry about this, and shove her away from the growing hole in the sand.
Okay.
And continue to try and grab the.
Okay. So as Saride tumbles back, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, Saride. DC 13 still.
14.
You maintain your footing. You get the Naruto slide where it's just the trail of your feet as you start coming down the hill, and as you have stopped Sirach, Narvi, and Grizz and Benedict, you look up at this massive dune that you had previously slid down, and the rapidly growing hole that is encompassing it, and then breaching from the surface is a larger than gargantuan, a near colossal purple worm. And that is a 28 to hit Clever Stitch with its bite attack.
You know, that actually misses.
Okay. Uh,
Fuck.
so, Clever Stitch, I'm just going to do the average right here. That is 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you an option.
Uh-huh.
You can attempt the dexterity saving throw to not be swallowed. Or you can willingly be swallowed and grab the cube.
I will eat me. He professional divers into the
Jackknife.
maw
So,
of the
like
form.
a great white breaching the surface of the water, the seal, Clever Stitch, goes flying up into the air. You see his cat arms and legs. He turns, paws down purely on instinct, and then you watch him disappear within the maw of the purple worm, and it closes around him. I would like everyone to flip for initiative, please.
Absolutely not. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I 100% don't have cards with me. Oh, wait. Give me 2 seconds.
I got
Hold
you.
on.
I got you.
Just pick a number.
Yeah, absolutely. I will save us all some trouble. It's going to be you guys and then the purple worm, because it's got a -2 to dex and it got a 3. So,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. You guys go for it. You've got the order, but at this point, I'll let you switch it up however you want. All right.
The Rock, what did you get?
Sorry, I do not have cards, so I'm.
You're good. I got you, Sirach. Here you go.
Thank you.
You got a king.
Dankeschön.
Okay, it's Sirach and Saride up first.
Okay.
So Sirach, because I don't have dex.
Yep. What do you got, Sirach?
So, I am about at this point 75 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
I will movement 25 feet to get within 50 feet.
Okay.
I will. Are we doing an action to pull out my bow and everything?
You can ready the bow and attack with it in the same action. You couldn't ready 2 weapons, but you can unstring it and yeah,
Cool.
you can draw an attack. I'm good with that.
Nice. I will then draw, and for the first time in a that we have seen Sirach do this, I am going to take the bow, bonus action Hunter's Mark, and I will take the bow and I pull back the bow, and right as I'm about to let go, you see Sirach blink out of existence, and he appears 10 feet closer to Saride as he lets go of the arrow, and he does his first shot.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yep. That will hit.
So that'll do 8 plus a d6. 8 plus 5 for 13 damage to the worm.
Okay.
And he will then take another arrow out, and he will go, and again, right as he's about to let go of the arrow, he bamps and appears again another 10 feet closer to Saride, and lets loose the arrow
Okay.
for a 16 to hit.
Does not. Armor class of the worm is a 18.
Okay, so
Oh.
misses.
All right. Is that it, Sirach?
Bonus attack and movement. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. Up next, Saride.
Excuse me, how far is the worm from me?
20 feet.
Delightful. She's going to Banff. Because she's in the summer, so she's going to Banff right next to it.
Okay.
Which means it takes fire damage.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you how much in just a moment.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you are. equal to my charisma modifier, which isn't great anymore. So just 3. Ha ha ha.
I'll let you add your proficiency on there because yeah, I'm good with it.
So 7.
7. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be massive, but
So it's dead, right?
because I changed your class, I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
So,
And then she's going to cast Bane on the
Okay.
worm.
nice.
It needs to make a save.
Okay.
A wisdom save, I believe. Nope, charisma save.
A charisma save. It rolled a 4 for a 1.
And we all know purple worms are notoriously charismatic.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It can make a save at the end of its turns.
Okay.
But until then, I think.
It's a D4.
Yeah, it's a D4, minus D4.
Cool.
Oh no, it doesn't get a save anymore. Just take it for a minute,
Okay.
bitch. And then she's just stupidly gonna stand right next to the damn worm
Okay.
with her spear out. And remember that everyone is behind her. Thosen's not here. Oh god. Oh god. She's so fucked.
Okay. After Saride, who is next?
Clever Stitch and Grizz. Go
Oh.
for it, my dude.
Right, and I'm next to Narvin. We're 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, so Grizz and Benedict are going to run full speed, so 25 feet for Grizz, 30 feet for Benedict. And then,
Okay.
I'm going to give Benedict I'm going to command him to dash, so he moves another 30 feet,
Okay.
charging at it.
Yep.
And that. Let me double check the duration on something.
You still have an action. It's a bonus action for you to command him.
Oh, I thought it was an action. It says it's an action for me to double checking. Yeah, I can use my action to verbally command it to take the attack, dash, disengage, or help action.
Oh.
So it does use my action to tell it to dash. My feature is when I do tell it to attack, I can make one attack as part of that.
Okay.
But yeah, for this, I'm having Benedict charge.
Okay. I do understand that. I think because I was reading the basically the Tasha's updated rules is it's
it
a
makes
bonus action. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If
Because-
that's okay, I'll use my bonus action to have him dash, and then
Yeah.
I'll use my action to cast lightning arrow,
Okay. Yeah.
which does not do anything yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I am fine with that because I know the wildfire druid with its little fire spirit buddy, it's just a bonus action. So that thing shouldn't have a more functional pet than the class with the dedicated pet, right? So,
Feels kind of shitty.
yeah, absolutely.
So is that for attacks and everything, or is that just
You can use a bonus action to command him to take any action. Okay. And if you are within 5 feet, I'll give you advantage when you attack the same target.
Okay,
How's that?
great, yeah.
Coordinated strike. That's my favorite, Beastmaster idea, right? It's like
Tactics, yeah.
working really in unison with your animal.
Okay, actually, I will instead of casting lightning arrow, I will also dash. So Benedict is
Sure.
10 feet ahead of me. 'Cause he's faster than me. But-
He is a little closer. Yeah, I know your big thing is throwing knives, but it is
Yeah. Thank you.
an option.
I'll mark that down.
Okay, Clever Stitch. At
Yeah.
the start of your turn, you're gonna take some acid damage.
Okay.
That is 6d6.
That's not some acid damage.
Oh, it's at the
That's
start
a-
of the worm's turn, not your turn. So go
Oh,
ahead.
okay, solid. Cool. Tight. Do I have the cube? The cube?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cube in haversack.
Okay, is that an action?
Um,
I believe it is. It's the same as the
no. Probably, and if so, then that's fine.
You can stick it in like your belt as a free action to stow or draw one item, but to put it in the extra dimensional space of a holding place.
Placing an object in the haversack follows the normal rules for interacting with objects.
Okay, so yeah, you can do it as a single free interact.
Okay, solid.
Cool.
Then I will do that. And do I have enough room in here to? Since I am a crossbow expert, I can shoot in melee. But do I have enough room in here to shoot it?
You can. You are restrained and blinded, so you're shooting at disadvantage.
All right.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the inside that you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got to hit.
No, I know. Yeah.
Proper
like
inside.
you have to have enough also you have to be able to figure out a way to get enough force on a fucking bow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
To be able to shoot it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Why not? And you know what? Let's double down and let's make it a sharpshooter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because I want to get out of here as soon as possible. So,
I think that's fair.
that is going to be a 19.
Just
to
barely hits. Yeah.
Thank God. Okay, and you know what? Fuck it. Let's make this a shadow arrow. Why not?
It's very dark here. Yeah.
It is very dark in here. Yeah, fuck it. So I'm going to do 1d8 plus 2d6 kick.
You have a pepper arrow, particularly making it sneeze.
I wish. So that's going to be 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 6 points of psychic damage. And if it can make a wisdom saving throw DC 14 for me real quick, as it gets blinded from the inside. Maybe.
Natural 18 minus 1. Oh, plus 3. No, plus 4. So 22.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah, then it is
it's a
not
saving
blind.
throw?
Yes.
Did you minus a d4?
It would have to get down to a 14.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you for remembering.
It took the extra damage anyway. That's what was important. So then I will attack again.
okay.
Also still at disadvantage. That's a natural 12 for a 20.
Okay.
And that's going to be
Fires.
a 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action attack. Or wait, no, I think I get 3 attacks now with my. Yes, I do. That's an 18 to hit for the third attack.
That hits?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Still at disadvantage, right?
Yes, yeah.
There you go.
There was a natural 10.
Yep.
And then that is going to be 24 points of damage. And then bonus action attack. Or that one is cocked.
You have a plus 13 to hit?
With a +1 arrow, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's a natural 16 for another 23 points of damage.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. Anything else?
No. Although I could and probably. Oh, I will second wind. No, I cannot. That's a bonus action. I will do no more, sir.
Okay. You will do no more. So I believe the only person left is Narvi.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm 100 foot away currently, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna run as fast as I can. 30 foot. Bonus action. I kind of almost become sand, and the sand kind of dissipates, and I come up again using Misty Step. So I'm now 40 foot away.
Okay.
And you know what? I think I will run towards it using my dash action.
Okay.
Kind of shouting all the way, seeing that Saride is kind of right in front of it, just kind of looking up at this thing. I think Navi is kind of running towards it, basically shouting at it, incoherently, but trying to get the attention somewhat.
Sure.
That's kind of my turn.
Okay. Yeah. So you go dashing. Go ahead and make me either. I'll take like an intimidation check or a persuasion check or a performance check, something to see how much it you get its attention.
Well, yeah, we'll go with that. Could I tempt you with persuasion?
Sure.
Is that okay?
I'm fine with that. Go for it.
Amazing. I've got a +7. 24.
24. Yeah, you definitely catch its attention.
And I kind of, obviously, like, I'm kind of veering slightly further away from Saride so that she's kind of not so much the center of attention right now.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. So, with the damage that Clever Stitch did, it needed to make a saving throw or spit you up. And so it has spit you up. 10 feet from the worm. You are prone.
Sure.
And you are no longer restrained.
Lit. Okay. Solid.
No, what? Oh, if the worm dies. I was like, wait, what? You can't just walk out of the worm. Don't do that.
Don't lie to me.
Don't lie. Don't lie like that. Okay. So worm turn. It is going to, because this is not a normal purple worm. This is a Feywild purple worm. This bad boy is supersized. So it is going to go diving mouth first at Narvi. Clever Stitch, I need you and I need Saride to make dexterity saving throws so that the body of the worm as it comes down onto the dune doesn't crush you guys.
Okay.
18.
Nicely done. DC 16.
Yes.
Making it
Natural 20.
Okay.
Or 25.
cool. You guys are going to take half damage. And you're not knocked prone. Oh, Clever Stitch, did you do it at disadvantage because you were at prone?
I looked at prone, and it's just attacks that are at disadvantage, according to D&D Beyond.
Is that?
Because I was curious about that too.
I thought it was, but I'm gonna double check this thing.
Yeah. Go for it. I will gladly roll at disadvantage if I need to.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't say it, so fine. I'm good with it. We'll go with it.
Don't be chipper about taking disadvantage, man. It makes the rest of us look bad.
So
You know.
that is 6, 10, 18, 24. You both take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you come leaping out of the way. The mouth of the worm comes diving down. The shadow encompassing Narvi has blotted out the directly overhead sun. That is a 27 to hit.
It might hit.
All right. Well, let's pretend it does, just for argument's sake. If that's
Fun.
Just for funsies between us girls.
so that is
What is
16 plus 9 for 25 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw DC 19, or you get swallowed.
Okay. Okay.
Did you take Bane on his attack?
I will. He did not. I will add the Bane.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Minus 4. So 23.
23 to hit?
Yeah, 23 still
Okay.
hits him. Narvi with a nat 1, you are swallowed as well. You are restrained and blinded. As the maw of the worm comes crashing down into the sand, the tail end of the body comes rippling up in a speed that is terrifying and awe-inducing at the same point. And as the tail bursts out the back of the sand dune, it's going to whip its stinger at Sirach, who I believe What?
No, I just don't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Didn't know you could just tell the DM no.
can
So that is a
certainly
23 to hit, and with the Bane,
it'll
-2
hit.
is a 21.
21 will hit my 16 AC. Yes.
Okay.
Listen,
So
guys, I'm not a good cleric yet.
you're doing great. You've had
You're
one
learning.
turn, and they were all healed before that.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 19. You're going to take 17 points of piercing damage, Sirach.
17 piercing, and I will take the. I got a 3 on my con save, a natural 1 plus 2 for a 3 on the con.
Buddy.
Okay. That is 12.
Good thing we have a cleric.
That is 12d6 of
that is not a
poison
number.
damage.
It's not an appropriate number for you to say.
Good news is I've got Revivify already prepped, so
And we do have what? 6 gems? 6 Revivify gems.
Yep.
We're good.
So
12,
Beautiful.
20.
me, man.
yeah, you're gonna put in your work today as a cleric.
30.
Apparently.
48, 40. 49 points of poison damage.
Stop adding. All right, 49.
Is he up?
enough slicing.
Yeah. That's exactly where my mind went. Yeah, I'm still up for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. New round, new card.
At the end of, I'm assuming that this fucking worm is within 30 foot of me.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
In that case, I think as I sort of like enter the darkness and feel the kind of like pressure of sort of like, you know, stuff filling in around me,
Yeah.
I kind of sort of stop and open my eyes and say, stop. Can it make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure.
Is hoping.
To roll a d20, not a d6.
Oh,
But
no,
yeah,
you can roll a
fails.
D6. It fails.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Is this a reaction?
yes, it is a reaction.
Okay, cool.
This purple worm is now charmed by me for 1 minute. While charmed in this way, the creature has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. But that's the only way it can end the thing. So it is now. I'm fucking inside it still, but it is now stopped.
Sure. Okay.
Does us attacking it also break that, or is it just if you were to do it?
It's just if I stop it, or if it
Okay.
Succeeds, it's
Okay.
wisdom saving.
Solid.
Okay.
Cool.
And you
Cool,
are.
cool, cool.
I'm guessing this is something you have to concentrate on.
It doesn't say anywhere that it is concentration.
Okay.
It's one of my abilities from being a rune knight.
For being a
is
rune
fucking
knight?
sick, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's get a new card. Let's see what happens next. So that is the. I shuffled these. I'm going to reshuffle them. That's the Alliance. Okay. Queen for Terrence. This is for Queen on the Worm, and Sirach is a 7.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Up top, Ace. Anybody on the Ace King? I think it's Saride first.
No, Jack.
Jack. Anybody above?
It's Grizz and the worm.
Grizz goes
Queen.
first.
Who's in the worm? Who's in the worm?
Now that the worm has come closer, Grizz still moves up his distance to get within range.
Yeah.
Benedict also charges. I don't know if how far back did it come towards us? 'Cause
Oh, it moved. You had traveled. Benedict had traveled the same distance as Tom, so it's within 5 feet of you guys.
Okay, I'm 10 feet behind. Okay, so I'm still a couple feet away.
Yeah, 10. You're at most 10 feet away. It takes up so much room. It's closer to you than you would think.
going to use my bonus action to cast Lightning Arrow.
Okay.
Hey, sorry, Nori, and pulls out a dagger and whips it as it becomes encased with electricity.
Okay.
I just make a attack. A dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that is going to hit. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is 4 and how many? It's 48 to it. And then everybody within 10 feet needs to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
So, Narvi, you do as well at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Here we go.
2.
Sirach, that is you as well, because this thing, it's everybody. Everybody make a dex save because it is, it covers that much space, basically.
What's the
DC
save?
is 17 dexterity.
Mother. Okay.
It takes 27 points of mixed piercing and lightning damage.
Okay.
Everybody else just takes
13.
if you only 6. I rolled a 4 and a 2 for the 6 if you failed the save, 3 if you made the save.
All right.
Okay.
And then it's not an action to do this. I'm going to mark it as my favored foe, where I hit it with an attack, and then make my second attack roll with the second dagger.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
You do have advantage, though, because it's not restrained, it's charmed.
Yeah.
So
it's
no.
Stopped.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize.
Yeah, incapacitated. So. it just-
incapacitated does give advantage.
No, it just
No, it's just
incapacitated stops it from
actions.
taking actions and reactions. Yeah.
Okay. That's what it does.
That's my second
Got it.
attack. Misses, and that is. Okay. Grizz is actually going to back up a little bit.
Okay.
So he's
just gonna-
get about 10 feet away. Oh, Benedict needs to make his save against Benedict. Take a 3, so he's going to take the full 6 points damage. Okay. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So, at the start of the worm's turn, you're still going to take the acid damage because that's not a choice. That's just biology.
I think that's fair.
Stomachs, baby.
So, that is 12... 24 points of acid damage.
Wow.
And at the end of its turn, it is going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. It does have a plus on this. It rolled so low last time. A 12 plus 4 for a 16.
Nope. D4.
Thank God for that. The
Whoa.
DC is, for your information, Cody, the DC
Yeah.
is a 16. So
Is a 16. So anything it
fails.
rolls is going to reduce it. Got it. Okay. So it does fail. Who's up next?
It's the ride.
Fuck. I think Sirach looks worse between him and Stitch.
Yeah, probably. I'm at 48 out of 85, but heal Sirach. That's fine.
I'm at 20.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I just want to say my max hit points right now is 69. So if we ever wanted to
Nice.
just like shelve Saride, I'm fine with it being at this
Now's the
level.
time.
Now's the time.
Now's the
She's
time.
reached peak Saride.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Heard it here first, folks.
that's it. It's a king wrap on Saride. So
Nice.
she's going to at fourth level run over to him and cure wounds.
Okay. He should only be about 20 feet away, so yeah.
Yeah. I hit the button, you roll. That's how this
That
works.
is how that works usually.
I hit the button, you roll. Okay, 28 points.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, that's a nice
I'd love
heal.
to see it. Yeah. And then, she's just gonna get back in melee with the worm because she suddenly remembered. Oh right, I'm wearing half plate. This is what I'm supposed to do now.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be about 5 feet away from being in melee with it, but it's so big it'll shift next to you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
After Saride.
It's Clever Stitch.
All right, Clever Stitch.
Pew pew pew. Let's get some fucking attacks in here.
Okay.
All right, first one, and sharpshooter for all of these.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and purple worms probably don't. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna make it a shadow arrow again.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 10 psychic damage and 20 piercing damage.
Okay.
And can it make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes. Natural 20 for a 24.
All right, cool, tight. And then since I have no more arcane shots, I'll just roll these at the same time. So with sharpshooter, that's a natural 19 and then a natural 2.
Okay.
So that is 19 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, because that was a third attack. So attacks 2 and 3. Bonus action and attack. That's a natural 17.
Okay.
So that's 22 damage.
Okay.
And then I will action surge because fuck this thing. I would like it to be dead now, please.
Okay.
I'll just roll all 3 of these. Yeah, that's going to be a natural 17 and a natural 18.
Okay.
And then a 7.
Okay.
So that one does not. But that's going to be 38 points of damage.
All
Those
right.
2 attacks.
Got it.
Gross.
Constitution saving throw to see if it spits up Narvi. With the plus 11, the 14 plus 11, it does not.
Minus a D4.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because
Because it's a DC 21. So 25. If it gets a 4,
so
meets it, beats it.
beats it. Yeah.
It did roll a 4, but
Oh.
Oh man.
so you watch it sort of. Okay. After Clever
See the
Stitch.
top of a pale head.
Oh,
Ew. Sirach and Narvi.
It's prairie dog and dad.
Thank you, Rat Race. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I go first.
You're probably the same dex.
Oh, sorry. What we? Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Narvi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got a
Sirach,
+3
you
dex.
beat him. Go for it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move back so I'm exactly within 30 feet of him.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to mark him with my planar warrior.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, now remembering, as Sarai just did, that she's supposed to be in the heat of battle and does not need to be protected, which is why Sirach immediately was like, gotta get to Sarai to protect Sarai. But no, she can take a hit now. We'll take his arrow, point, and bamf 10 feet back, let loose his arrow.
Okay.
For an 18 to hit.
Yeah, exactly what you need.
So that's 1d8 plus 4, then 2d8 force damage. So that's 6 plus 7 for 13 damage on him.
Okay.
That's bonus movement and attack.
You get a second attack, don't you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I very much do. I take my second attack for a 14 for 24.
Yes, the 24 hits. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And this is just 8 damage.
Okay.
And with that, I bamf another 10 feet away, so I'm about 50 feet back from where I was.
All right. Thank you. Narvi.
I think Navi's going to do what he can, as much as he can. Navi's going to do what Navi's going to do. I think Navi's going to Hexblade Curse this thing from inside of it.
Okay.
First of all, there's a bonus action. He's going to summon from the poison and acid and bile and sand from his eyes, fashions a greatsword in his hand. And then I'm going to action surge, because I might as well, and attack it twice from the inside, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't mean if it's okay. I'm just going to do it.
Sounds good.
I'm glad we can't see this.
So that is first attack. This is a disadvantage. So the first is 19. The second is what is that? 17. So 19 to hit on the first attack.
Yeah.
So that'll be. I can re-roll both of those because I've got Great Weapon Master. I rolled a 2 and a 1. So that is 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 is 15 on the first attack, and second attack will be. Bear with me 2 seconds. That's going to miss. It's a disadvantage, and the first was a natural 2, so it'll be a 10. And the second was a natural 3, so it'll be an 11. So that's all I can do on this turn.
That is quite the chunk of things to do. Nicely done.
It was some things.
Yes, things did happen. Okay, new round. Worm.
There we go.
On a 5. No, you can't have a 3.
Nope.
You can have an ace, though, Sirach.
I'll take that.
I believe that puts Sirach up top. Go for it, Sirach.
All right, so I am going to move 20 feet closer to the worm,
Okay.
which brings me within 30, and I will bonus action Planar Warrior again, and I'm just going to keep doing my walk up and then shoot back, so I'm back out of range. First attack is going to be 22 to hit.
Yep.
That's going to be 10 plus 5 for 15.
That's showtime.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking boom.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Sirach?
So as I shoot the arrow, and as it leaves, you see not only the trail of the arrow, but this huge concussive force just encasing it as the planar warrior comes up. The planar warrior comes up to it, and it comes up and hits the at this point sleeping worm.
Catatonic worm. Let's go with that.
Catatonic worm, and so it just hits it at the very base of that first section where one would think the brainstem might start to go down the back.
Sure.
And just blow it out, crater it.
Absolutely, yeah. So slipping between those thick outer shells, it does. The force ripples out of it from within. The spray of ichor gives Narvi a clear opportunity to crawl his way out of the purple worm. You guys regroup and have a moment to look around. The cube successfully saved. What are you guys looking for?
Is everyone okay?
That was shit.
Yeah, being inside that thing is not fun.
She's gonna drop to her knees, hands up, and it takes me 10 minutes, but she's gonna start casting Scry
Okay.
on Le Mummies.
On where?
The mummies?
On the mummies. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In
Let's-
the 10 minutes while she's doing that, who all is not at full health right now? I think everybody. Go to Clever Stitch. I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh, you're fine.
That is 20.
Oh, goddamn.
Fuck,
Does anyone-
y'all really don't need me. What the hell?
But in
Yes.
actuality, Narvi, do you need to be healed?
I kind of like lift one arm and it's kind of like half hanging off with no blood coming out of
I
it.
can-
And I kind of
So equally, I'm going to go up to Narvi and I will place my hand on him and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
oh, thank you. I kind of click it into place and kind of start to like just massage.
That'll be 13 to heal.
Perfect. Thank you.
I think how's everybody looking at say while she's casting the spell? I'm gonna hit Saride with a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
I don't think I need that much. I don't
17.
Need that much. Yeah, I think that overbaked me. I'm 1 point away from perfection. Okay.
You're always perfection, darling. Don't worry.
I'm a 68.
Sarok, Sarok, how are you looking?
I'm about halfway decent, I'd say.
Right, let's I'll hit you with the 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey,
Yes.
raid!
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Welcome to Disasters
15,
in
thank
Danger.
Welcome. Yep, 15 for you. My highest level
think
cure
I just-
cast and
I
the
just-
least healing.
I just sort of take myself away for a second, and kind of there's still like a purple worm tooth like embedded in my side. And I kind of like just pull that out ever so slightly and kind of just press on the wound a little bit and cast Second Wind on myself, because boy howdy do I need some healing.
I'll hit you with a 1st level Cure Wounds
Oh cheers, mate.
for 13.
Oi.
Look at you guys. I just really want to describe real quick. I'm sorry. No, I'm not
No,
sorry.
Okay.
you're
Fuck
good.
you.
You're good.
I knew
You're good.
exactly what I was doing.
I'm also gonna second wind myself real quick.
How's everybody back in fighting shape for the most part? Sarok, need anything else?
I think I'll be fine. I don't think we're gonna stay here too long, maybe.
Not after that.
Plus, now that I got my box back, thanks for getting that, by the way, Stitch.
You're welcome. Keep a firm grip on it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting I just wasn't expecting to come down on the angle, and
Yeah.
no, it wasn't the best.
It's all right.
Happens to the best of us. So is this oh she's away. She's
Yeah,
away.
no, you can't even talk to her like this. It's
No.
like, watch this, and he just starts like waving fingers in front of her face. He's like an inch from like one of his feathers and like tickling the inside of her ears. Like, I won't do it, but you could. She wouldn't respond. It'd be crazy.
She plays this joke where if you yawn, she tries and puts her finger in your mouth.
Oh, there's
Real
a special
quickly.
place in the plains of hell for anyone that does that. Give me
For
one
the
second.
record, if I
That's
wake
me.
up and with all y'all bitches' fingers in my mouth, game
No,
over.
Clever Stitch will
Grizz
just
takes
really
off his
quickly
backpack
poke.
and starts rummaging around and very carefully pulls the immovable rod.
Oh no!
And this is because she's sitting like cross-legged, right?
I'm kneeling, but yeah.
Kneeling. He puts it like on top of your knees and clicks the immovable rod into place.
Pranking her while she's crying
You guys
for
are
us.
assholes.
What dicks?
Okay.
I mean, all I was doing was just saying she was in a state. I mean,
And then tickling me with one of your fucking feathers.
no, I said I could. I said I could.
He wouldn't.
Actually, you know what? If she comes out of this having seen something bad, I don't want the unclick the immovable rod.
Oh, thank you.
I'm realizing now.
I've reconsidered. Okay. So, Saride, I would like you to make me, because you are in the Feywild, you are tied to this place. And I think I would like you to make me a wisdom or charisma check. I'll take either one.
It's the same. So, not a save, just a check.
Just a flat check. Yep.
Fuck you. 12.
Okay. And roll me a percentile. I was only looking for something above a 10.
Oh, okay.
For just an ability check, 10 is enough. Like that's
Okay. And then 18. How many fingers are in my mouth currently?
Wow, that is.
And they're all Navis?
But he's not holding any of them. He's just got a collection of dismembered fingers. It's like
Oh,
Troy
man, that's the
Abed
worst.
with the pencils.
That yeah, I was just about to go looking for that.
No. Oh no.
Awful. So, as Saride, as you are in, as your mind leaves your body and begins to trace along the winds of the Feywild, the rest of your party, as they consider messing with you, there is a gust of wind that picks up and begins to sort of surround Saride. It doesn't, in an odd way, it doesn't carry the sand the way previous or natural in the Feywild winds would. This small little dust devil of a whirlwind begins to kind of push the sand out from underneath her. And you think she might start to fall, but something is holding her aloft. And for a second, you think she might be floating. But there is, underneath her, you can make out the branches of what look like a very old oak tree. And so, Saride, as you are watching, you blink and your eyes awaken the sensor placed within a grand throne room. And it is unlike anything you have ever seen. You can hear, although your sensor must remain within 10 feet of the Lich. Oh, right. They get a saving throw.
Lich? I'm sorry, what did you say?
The Mummy Lord. Mummy Lord Lich. Lich Mummy Lord. They're not terribly different.
I don't like that.
What is the saving throw of your spell?
I will tell you in a moment. It's a wisdom 15.
Okay. Okay. So they do save, but you begin to censor on them specifically, and you notice that they twitch just a little bit, and then the sensor sort of dissipates. But as it breaks apart and is cast out away from the mummies, away from these undead, immortal sorcerers of old, which, if there's another word than lich to describe that, please. The Feywild the winds of the Feywild catch your senses. And instead, they give you the Soarin' Over California tour of the Feywild.
Okay.
You can see that the center of this ever-flowing desert is just outside of where Titania once held court.
Titania's summer.
Yes, Titania's summer.
Okay.
And from what you can tell, it is that city, that Feyspire, is buried beneath the sands. The verdant greens, the waters, these choking sands pour out of these great ziggurats that surround a mountainous pyramid, the one that where the liches reside. And then, so these floating sort of diamond-like D8 shapes sort of rain and waterfall, sand fall out. These bits of sand, and that is being swept and carried across the lands. It is carried by these soldiers born of sand and bandages that are adorned in armors ancient and old. They look the Mummy too? The Anubis dudes?
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Some of them are horses, though. They have horses, like centaurs, right?
Ah.
Kind of carries them a little faster. You do get the feeling that the worms are a byproduct. There are not many of them, and you guys just got really unlucky on the worm front. So you should not expect a ton of worms. The autumn and the spring courts and cities, which is where your Feyspire once resided, have also been choked, although not to the same extent. There is
winter.
Say what?
Is winter holding out?
Winter is the last bastion of
motherfucker
of the Fey courts.
You're gonna make me talk to that man, aren't you?
If he's still alive.
Fucking day. You sass one Elder Fey in a home campaign.
I'm
sounds like a bad idea in general.
I get to wrap up
And
story threads from older campaigns.
He haunts you 3.5 years later.
Son of a bitch. All right.
What I will tell you is that the soldiers of the choking sands are in the interim, in the wide open spaces, in the summer court. There's not a lot of them. There's nothing here for them to patrol. There's nothing here for them to fight. There's occasionally caravans of soldiers that leave from the pyramid and head to the winter war front. But with everything else secure, there's not much that they're afraid of. Now, within the pyramid, you have no idea. Probably pretty dangerous. The war front looks active. And one thing that you note is that there are Fey spirits of not just winter, but of all seasons. Within the trenches, within the lined fences and deep pits, the gorges that look like ice falls between, or mountain crevasses. and where the different seasonal Eladrin and Fae were the sprites, were the dryads of these different locations. They group together in their seasons, and you get the feeling it's less out of segregation or discord, and more out of an attempt to prevent their own magics from completely falling, dissipating, and from interfering with each other. And it is, in an odd way, a unified front. There's also both Seelie and Unseelie Fae standing together side by side to combat the armies of the choking sands. But wherever a soldier of the sands falls, their sand remains.
Oh, that's how they're spreading it.
Every death claims another inch of land.
Right. Cody, you're a genius, but I hate this.
And that is where we are going to end our adventure for tonight. I am assuming you guys are going to
No, we're going to
return.
bamf back home.
That's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
We're going to end the adventure.
Yeah, absolutely. You return.
All right, everyone, form a circle real quick. Bam, bam.
Tap, tap. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for the raid. We really appreciate it. Matthew, can you help us set up a raid going out somewhere? I would really appreciate it. What'd you guys think? So I actually, it's less about you sassing. I don't think I'm gonna do the croaking. I don't mind telling you guys that. But because a large plot point in previous campaigns and adventures was installing a new map.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on that, and because you guys had left the other dudes just there. You're like, yeah, we'll do what you want. So it tickled me. Anyway, thank you. If we're ready to raid, we can start that. We can set that up. Thank you guys so much. We are going to say goodnight. We will see you all next time. But until then,